you were already level 6. Oh no, you were level 5. Yastra
No,
was
I
already
took
level 6.
the early level 5. Yeah, Jer went for 6 early.
I kind of want to level up right now. Don't know why, but I like the extra right now.
6 to 7's a big jump.
Oh, please don't. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
level 4
I'm sorry.
spells.
But I didn't click long rest, right, Ryan? Still don't click it?
You should be good to click it.
I'm clicking long rest. All right, he said it.
Yep.
Huzzah.
All right.
I'm going back now.
I do.
D6?
What's a 6?
I didn't want to roll it anyways.
You don't get hit.
D8 for me.
Hey, I did it, guys. I didn't roll a 3.
Oh wait,
I'm out. What
is
did you
that the
roll?
grant roll? Do you have to
Sixes
re-roll
all
because you both died?
around. What? No, shut up. Why would you say such things?
That's I want to see the world burn.
I want my 9 hit points to put me at an even 60.
Oh no, you're good. The 6 was from Amanda's.
No, that was the D8 for me. He
So-
rolled the 6 for me.
Oh, he didn't. Oh, okay. You just took the max. Got it. I was messing. Don't worry about me.
Go away. Leave my hit points alone, Lucas.
I'm over here dealing with character stuff from other campaigns and perhaps rolling up new characters.
I still
too many
say
characters,
paladin.
Lucas.
Why the fuck would you do that?
I found out that I can take 6 dice and roll a character with a single roll.
It's so fun.
So much fun.
Okay. All right. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Could probably do it faster than D&D Beyond now.
See, I don't know Gloomstalker, but in my brain, if you can't cast spells anymore, the hunter direction made sense because I was like, oh, well, you can't cast spells, so then you're just a hunter now, so you're basically like a fighter person. And I didn't look at any rules or anything to refresh my memory on anything, but that sounded logical to me.
Yeah, you could still switch hit, where you just shoot with your bow, and then if they get close, you switch to the melee.
Well, for me, it was just the spellcasting feature in general.
Yeah. You don't need the spellcasting feature to be a ranger. It just helps.
Yeah, they just suck otherwise.
Well, they're just a bad fighter otherwise, yeah.
Exactly.
There has to be consequences to murdering your party, Lucas.
Yeah, why did you murder them? Were you magically compelled to, or did you do it on purpose?
No. It was. I swear to God, I was setting up to be the campaign villain. I was gonna blow my card that early.
So,
no. So I made a deal. Like it was like session 3. So we're a brand new group, and the bar died in session 3. This was like back in February. I was like, I'm going to do my thing that I always do is like, I'm going to lay down half my lifespan to save this guy because we didn't have access to res spells. And I was like,
yeah, that's a great solution.
So I did that, right? And I was like, okay, cool. And then we made it like 20 more sessions. And then a paladin came in, and then his holy symbol started pinging off the stuff that I was doing like they were tied together with some kind of god thing going on. And so I was like, all right, that's kind of weird. But then he got a nat 20 on his like daily devotions, and it sent me into an unholy rage. And then I started killing everyone.
So anyway, you just started blasting?
I started blasting.
Did it have a narrative like tie-in, or was it just like, yep, this happens now?
It had been building.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't just like an immediate thing, but like my character would not snap, but he would get tempted to kill overtly racist people. And so it was just like, oh, he called the gorilla folk stupid hairless monkey or something like that, and I was like, I'm killing that dude. And so I went and killed the dude, and it just started building and building and building, and then it finally came to a head.
That's relatable.
I thought I was doing good work.
Yeah.
So I sprouted devil wings and started sucking the life out of people. You know, it was what it was.
I think that's a fantastic.
A normal
idea.
Tuesday.
It was a normal Tuesday.
You could always come back as a
Evil setting
revenant.
all the way up.
Yeah. I got stuck in a bag of devouring. That was fun.
Oh. Normal
But I-
Wednesday then.
I tried to derail the campaign. It was kind of fun because I have rope trick, and I had one turn in order to not die. And so I was like, I'm gonna put a pocket dimension in this pocket dimension and bring everyone with me.
I can cast cantrips as part of my attack action, but none of my cantrips work with that.
Do you not have any attacky cantrips?
I have Vicious Mockery, Thunderclap, and Starry Wisp, and True Strike. But there's no point in using True Strike because my strength is higher than my charisma.
It was True Strike the one where it should really
why don't
be
you
a-
replace True Strike then?
Well, no, I mean, I'm literally of all the bard options. You have Vicious Mockery, True Strike, Thunderclap, Starry Wisp,
Oh,
and
you have them all.
And well, those are just the options. I'm just looking at the options.
I
Like,
see.
because the other options are Blade Ward is okay.
Oh, are you getting a bonus cantrip at this level? Is that?
Well, no, you can, as a bard, the only time you can change your spells is when you level up.
Oh, right.
Mhm.
So if I want to change my cantrips, now's the time. But
If you want to make use of this new ability, now's the time.
yeah, and so I was like, oh, okay, like maybe True Strike is part of one of the attacks and everything. And then I'm like reading True Strike. I'm like, while this is better than old True Strike, it's still shit.
Wait, did they change True Strike into a bonus action now?
No, it's still an action. But
Oh.
but
I think you get to attack
Spellcasting
with it now.
modifier.
yeah, you attack as part of it, like the Green Flame Blade works and stuff like that. It works
Oh,
the
okay.
same as Green Flame Blade, but like my strength is higher than my charisma, so I don't need my casting stat to hit
Yeah.
in melee. Which is it's so casters can hit in melee. That's what it's for.
It also
That's
gives
why
you
I
the
have
ability to
True Strike.
bypass magic resistance.
Guess I could take Prestidigitation because I feel like I haven't cast Vicious Mockery once.
Prestidigitation is always worth it.
That's one of my favorites.
Great flavor spell.
Prestidigitation or Vicious Mockery?
Well, I
Oh, both.
I have Vicious
Vicious
Mockery, but I've
Mockery, but
never used it.
This session could be the day.
You could be mean to us. You could try.
Yes. That we die.
It's just not in me personality.
You could end up speaking in rhyme for an entire session.
That was more like dissonant whispers.
It looks like Blade Ward is for only one attack. Am I reading that right? Or do you get the
Whenever
D4
a creature makes
for the
an
minute.
attack roll against you before the spell ends. Yeah, it's an attack. It's one attack. So it's not
I mean,
even like it stays on you the whole
Yeah.
round.
True Strike does give you the ability to convert your damage to radiant.
that is
Yeah.
helpful against undead? Mm.
They're not weak to it.
Oh, that's fucking game. Where's my Pokemon weakness?
Like, yes, some things are vulnerable to radiant. That doesn't all undead aren't. And then even as third level spells, I'm like, the bard spell list is just like doesn't
You don't
make
have fireball.
sense.
Yeah, I mean, if you get to third level spells and you don't have fireball, what's even the point?
What's the point?
Yeah, how are you supposed to kill your party without it?
Okay.
Okay.
We have dispel magic though, right?
I do now, after all the shit we've been through.
Sorry.
I added that.
Yeah, as soon as I hit level 6, I'm also adding that.
I added Dispel Magic and see Invisibility. So it's like, this has been some bullshit. That's those eyes. I want to see what they were, but I'll never know. I tried so hard.
I gotta relook at what my level 6 ability is. I think I get to teleport people next to me, which is kind of fun.
I get 2 attacks.
We definitely need that because it's not like people, get into fights and then need to be saved while they're dead or anything.
Guess what? I could bring the healer to me.
Yeah, you can.
Oh no, that might be
Have
worse.
been.
Hi, sweetie. Help me.
What am I doing here in the middle of the fight?
We're gonna need to set up strict rules around your activation of this ability.
You get to make a save.
Certain hours of day are off limits.
What if she's really lonely at about 1 a.m.?
You cannot booty call teleport me, no.
Let's see if you have the strength to
What
stop
if
it.
you're lonely too?
Hey, you up?
What if I want my booty teleported?
Physical.
If I want my booty teleported, I've got 2 legs with beautiful claws on them. I got this.
Yep, so Shikari's in defeat. Got it.
Ugh.
All right, well, I'll be right back.
Uses my reaction, though.
Well, I can see in the dark now. And advanced
What?
darkness. And in advanced darkness.
Wow. Wait. Oh, the Psy Warrior. She's fucking magic.
Oh, that's cool.
It's advanced darkness.
Oh,
So-
no, I have blind sense up to 10 feet.
Oh, that's helpful when you're in the bottom of a well and I'm swinging at you.
Yep.
I definitely think I want to prep hold person after the whole Bree
Look,
incident.
look. Mathematically, it shouldn't have happened.
Yeah, and so if
Did.
I cast hold person on you, mathematically, it shouldn't happen either, but it might.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But we almost got it. We almost got it, Nick. We almost did, except for that nat 20. We had it in the bag.
Which nat 20?
I did a couple.
Nat 20 against me, against my hold, to where Rian was just whooped right up.
I was like the Tasmanian devil in the bottom of that well.
It was funny.
Define funny.
Ah, did you die?
Exactly. But did you die?
Almost. Twice.
That's why it's funny. Because you didn't actually.
I still really hate that the bard is stronger than the barbarian. I
So-
just don't like it.
It's funny that Valron almost died, but it's not funny that Blythe did die.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Now you get it.
I would like to remind you, Lucas, the bard is not the strongest on the team. We had this fight. The fighter is the strongest on the team.
All right, who's ready to party down?
Look, there's best wrestler and then there's strongest. I feel like those might be two different things. I think Bantu could still outbench you.
Oh, really?
But I
can
can do
try
more
this.
because
All right.
my arms are shorter.
We're gonna have a contest to see who can bench press Yastrev the most.
I think
Let's
you should
do it.
sit on Yastra.
I mean,
Vertically or horizontally?
I feel like EO has probably got the advantage in this fight.
For bench press?
Yeah.
You just mean compared to your body weight?
No, I mean
Here's my
compared to what
hand.
you can lift.
Really?
Without magic?
You didn't say without magic.
I'm rooting for EO.
I'm ready for you.
I am very confident he can hit 500 pounds.
What about without magic?
That's a different story.
Ryan, does that
I
gassed
can do
edged
over
blade
500 pounds, so I win.
Yeah.
require attunement?
It, check that.
Bantu's just an exceptional athlete, you know.
It does not.
Yeah.
Sweet. I think I made it right.
Are we ready to get going?
I'm ready.
I think so.
I'm ready, and I'm so sorry.
You're golden.
I was like, I saw
Oh,
oh, no.
my test roll was a nat 20.
It's all downhill
Oh
from here.
shit!
Surprise, surprise! You rolled a 20.
Surprise, surprise, surprise. I'm going to roll a 3 on a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no, here I go killing again.
But last session, our intrepid band of heroes was within the corrupted well of morning at the Twilight Dell,
Hi,
Hey.
intrepid heroes. Sorry.
noble burial site, where Briarios was temporarily beset by a mourning wraith who locked onto her emotional state at finding some of her fallen comrades and removing their remains from this corrupted well. It activated the fourth being as the protections around that fourth corpse were knocked free, loosing this wraith and debris that took control, and through clouded emotions, she just started swinging and doing some damage to her party. But the party was able to withdraw the remains, inscribe a number of the runes encircling the well, and put the remains of many of the corpses back in their entombment locations, and were able to effectively restore this holy site, reconsecrating the well and re-blessing and sanctifying this place. Upon doing so, Shikari was gifted with a vial of some sort of almost like pearlescent ointment, and the grounds here were reconsecrated. The party then left the well and were on their way back towards Westvale. Were riding for a good amount of time before making camp, setting up as people were going this way and that. Some people took to fishing, some better than others. Others drawn back and reminded about particulates of certain infernal contracts that they are parties to. And I think with that, we can pick up a little bit back there with EO sat back by the fire, taking first watch for the evening as everyone else has settled down for some rest, as it had been a bit of a chaotic battle against the necromancer, and everyone has been dealing with the aftermath in their own way. And as everybody began settling into sleep, EO took out a rolled parchment and turned it over in his hands, carefully sensing the strange magics held within. And after a few moments of contemplation, he broke the waxen seal and unfurled the scroll. The writing is neat, perfectly parallel lines of jagged runes marching across the page, as if the author had been more concerned about the positions of the runes than their legibility. But EO recognizes the script. He had a horrid memory of these same runes engraved in their perfect rows upon a very different scroll. EO took his time and carefully read and reread the words. He then re-rolled the scroll and carefully remelted the wax to keep it sealed. So the next morning, EO was up, not yet the next morning. As we shift, towards one of his sleeping compatriots nearby.
Is it me?
What?
Perfect timing! Oh my
Ah,
god.
Start swinging.
Oh my god.
Jeremy. Yastrev finds himself blinking his eyes open, standing in some sort of a graveyard where tombstones just litter as far as the eyes can see around him. And the one closest before you bears your name with your birth year and a death year upon it. As the death year then begins to fade away, as two stones rise up on either side, you recognize your son's names across them. As the carved stonework then starts to almost refill back out and the words themselves vanish, empty stones, as a large figure can be seen looming into view from the horizon as Malachi's draconic skull begins to drift forward. The many beads of the Kynum abacus dangling forward like a pendulum in front of you as his loud voice just booms, though his mouth does not move. Time has already claimed you once, twisted your years, stolen your family. You fight to reclaim them, yet you have no power over the ticking sands. But I can turn the hourglass for you. Accept my hand, and the years need not bind you. Your family's faces need not fade to memory as he outstretches his skeletal hand.
You see Yastrev's hand twitch slightly as he starts to raise his arm, as he closes hands into a fist and brings it back down. That is not the right way to do this. I will see my family once again, but not through your trickery.
He closes his outstretched hand, and almost kind of grimace can be heard. As you can see, just his jaw begins to clench and his teeth just begin to crack. As this happens, you see a head poke up some 20 tombstones away of none other than Seneca Stonebender herself peeking up into view. As Seneca, you find yourself blinking awake at somewhere else in this same dream, and you can see Yastrev having some conversation with this titanic form of Malachi in this nightmarish graveyard.
She's gonna kind of shout over. She's gonna shout over at Malachi. Say, "You better fucking leave him alone. Don't be trying to mess with his head or nothing." And she's gonna try to walk over there if she can, just like to get him to go away.
Roll me an intimidation check.
Actually, better yet, she'd probably put an Eldritch Blast through him if she could.
Ooh, I love it. Roll me that intimidation check with advantage.
God, I love I pull out my gun moments. They're just chef's kiss.
Yas, you watch as your companion pokes her head out from one of the nearby stones, shouts this threat out as a burst of eldritch energy arcs up through the sky and just completely shatters this illusion of this necromancer in the sky above you. And as that illusion begins to shatter like a broken mirror raining down from the sky above, just the entirety of this illusion begins to dissipate as it just begins showering down and shattering upon itself as one particular chunk of this black necklace piece comes falling down, smashing onto you as Yastra finds himself blinking out of the dream. Seneca finds herself confronted by an ever reducing space of safety as more and more fractions of this dreamscape are just decimated and destroyed. As that last piece that you were standing upon is broken apart into the darkness, you find yourself falling and falling and falling. And it's not too long before you start falling through the memory of someone else, as you can hear the familiar footsteps of this rapidly paced, smaller individual lining this vast library where every book here looks to be crumbled and turned to ash when touched. Shelves that look to stretch onward into infinity, with the only intact books looking to lie on pedestals chained shut. You can make out some sort of inscription along the aisle of the archway here that indicates this is one of the restricted sections, as this almost quiet humming of arcane energy seems to tinkle about some of those chains, dangling and chaining some of these books, as the arcane etchings across some of the wax seals shimmer in the air here, as containment wards give a slightly kind of ozone-like scent combined with the parchment dust here. As Shikari herself finds herself wandering through this nightmarish landscape of what your library stacks once were. In this dream state, those wards hum out this discordant tune. The familiar air now stinks of rot instead of ink. Candles here are now dripping with that same black wax, hissing as it touches the floor, each droplet forming eyes that blink before melting away. The shelves looming higher than they should, too tall as they begin to almost curve inwards, as if they're growing vertebrae and are starting to bend closer towards you. The chains that once bound books begin to hang loose as you continue down these aisles, and you can see rusted and dripping with ink that crawls closer towards you. Where a number of dais once held pits for open debate, now this gaping maw with a bottomless hole looks to swallow anything that would fall within. You can make out markings of the Order's emblems that have been stripped from this dreamscape in its entirety, and in its place is a depiction of a ledger bound in black skin. Its pages almost seem to faintly whisper towards you, as if taking inventory of your own thoughts. You can hear this voice somewhere in the back of your mind echoing, "Cataloged, misfiled, stolen." As she can see one of the tomes that you do not recognize depicted where the Order's likeness is usually. The same sort of black ledger that you saw at the side of Malachi yesterday. And this voice begins to echo from somewhere within the stacks. That voice of Malachi. "Knowledge is rot. It decays. It slips from one's grasp and is forgotten. But there are truths I keep. Truths your so-called masters dared never teach you. Break their chains and I will place eternity in your hands." As you watch one of these books break the chains and flutter open to a particular page, as a quill seems to descend from somewhere and hover just above where looks to be a signature line. "You already know whose name is branded upon the spine of this book. Use what you've learned and change how it ends. You are already under watch, already marked. Better to choose the watcher who will make you strong. Shikari, what do you do?
Can I get a definition of place eternity in my hands? That feels a bit more vague and poetic than it is informative. Just wanting to get the stipulations of deal correct.
This chill just starts to blow in, sending a fluttering of parchment and pages fluttering as ash just begins to cloud up at the far ends, obscuring your vision to the nearby stacks beyond the one that you stand in, as this almost silhouette begins to slowly step towards you as that smoke, that ash cloud begins to billow a little bit closer, some 60 feet out, but stepping with purpose. Swear yourself to me. Bind yourself by the same old oaths, and I can bestow upon you so much more than you already are. To gift you power over life itself, to draw back your loved ones from the brink.
She's gonna look over at the sort of billowing cloud, and she's gonna sort of take a step back in trepidation, and she's gonna say, as lovely as this offer sounds, I'm going to, and she's gonna, like, if she can, while she's talking, just like casually flip the book if she, like, without, I don't know. She's going to try and make it seem casual. Don't be suspicious. And see what the name on the spine is that he says that she apparently knows. And if she can see it, can she see it?
As you turn around, you can hear those footsteps behind you start quickening in its pace. Seneca, I'd like to imagine you are peeking all of this like through one aisle over kind of a situation.
Yeah.
As Shikari spins around and looks at and shuts the book in front of her to look at the spine. Shikari, you can see this, the spine reads your own full name.
So, like,
She's gonna like take her hands off it like it burns and step away, and she's going to say, going to go ahead and decline your offer, as appealing as you've made it sound and as charming as a setting as you've chosen to present it in. No, thank you, no. And she's gonna like step back and get ready to like defend herself if anything happens.
You watch as you turn back around, there's this black, almost glass lens consuming almost like a 10-foot width opposite you. And it is continuing to press forward where that silhouette was. If not for your sake, then perhaps for those that you consider your loved ones. There's not just yourself who would be at stake here. Think of the many, many others whom you could save should you simply join me, librarian. And you can start to just make out what looks like a silhouette of yourself forming in the reflection of this black lens as it gets a little bit closer and a little bit closer. Would you like to gaze into the eye of the abyss?
No. She's gonna keep her eyes focused on the black cloud because there's no loved one he can show her that she can't see in her mind's eye whenever she wants. And she's recalling them all. She can see them all and she knows what he's going to show her, or she's guessing what he's going to show her. And she's just going to keep staring at the black cloud that's coming toward her. And she's just going to say, any loved ones I've lost, any promise you can make about them, I don't trust it. And it's empty. So you can show me all the videos, you want family photos, you can take me down memory lane, you can threaten all the people I love. But I personally think that if you want to attack a library where all my loved ones happen to be, you're welcome to it. And anyone you can bring back to me, I don't think you'd bring them back the way that I'd want them to be back. And I can't see any future that would be pure in that. So you can go ahead and you can make your threats and do your worst. And she's gonna like have this very resolved look in her face. And she's just gonna be like focused.
The torrential black smoke behind the mirror just begins to billow across the sides as your response causes the center of this mirror to just fracture and continue and start splitting and spidering across the center of this reflective surface, distorting the vision that was beginning to appear there. As you speak these words out, you can start hearing what sounds like rapidly falling dominoes as one shelf after another begins to collapse in on itself as this dream state is falling apart, as inception is happening all around you and it's all destabilizing. You find yourself blinking awake uncomfortably at this moment. Seneca, however, as more and more of this dream begins to fall apart, as the bookshelf nearest you gets decimated just by the pressure of something collapsing upon it, it doesn't fall onto the floor, but right through it, almost tearing open a hole like a portal next to you. And just on the other side, you can make out what looks to be a frozen tundra-like wasteland on the other side, with a lone cabin sat out near beside a frozen lake of some sort. Spilling through that portal, you can get a little bit closer and can just make out the faint, warm glow from the window of that shelter.
She'll approach the cabin to peek in the window.
You get a little bit closer to that cabin. Go ahead and roll me a perception check on this one.
Dirty 20.
Lovely. As Seneca's gaze peers through this window, takes you to this quiet home inside of this empty hearth. And you can see inside Bantu finds himself stood there, standing in this quiet home with no fire burning in the cold homestead. The chairs in front of him are empty, and a thick layer of dust looks to tuck everything into its place. Bantu, you can make out Nesta's scarf lying draped across one seat, and a lullaby hums faintly, though no one else in the room is here to sing it. A silhouette begins to form within the doorway, taking on the appearance of this draconic, skeletal-like appearance, as this voice whispers, "The grief gnaws at you still. I could return what was taken. Her voice, her smile, her touch. I could complete your family again."
I don't even know who you are. All I know is, if this is where I'm standing, that the nightmares will start soon.
As you say this, the hearth opposite floods the room with color, drawing your attention to the warm flames here, not so much the vibrant cabin that is now being illuminated, but Nesta stands beside the fire, a faintly luminous shadow gazing down into the flames, and she turns slowly as if expecting someone at her side. But the toys here within the home remain dust-covered, unused, and their colors a little bit faded. The second chair by the fire remains empty, and its cushion slightly indented as if someone should be there, but isn't. Your grief gnaws like rats in the walls. She waits for you still, alone, incomplete. I can make the hearth full again.
I can bring back what was torn away. One oath for the mother.
Sorry, that was a very loud vehicle driving by. This is Bantu's dream, correct?
You believe so?
So, I think that this is like the same dream that Bantu has every night, and he just knows that the next part is that the fire completely wraps around her standing there, and it's her standing in the fire, and like I feel like some part of like Bantu is just like that's the next part that happens, and like that's just his response is just like it's just the next part of the dream to him, I guess, if that makes sense.
As you watch, almost like in slow motion, as that orange glow begins to glow a little bit brighter, as this cold voice from behind,
say yes, and your family will be whole. Say yes, and the empty places will be filled. Or keep bleeding in silence.
You would dare disturb those of our ancestors that have passed on. I imagine no such thing. They are at peace. I will join them one day.
as you hear this clattering of glass beads, you feel this cold energy withdraw.
So you choose the emptiness for now.
As this orange glow just consumes this cabin.
I think Bantu is going to like scream at him in this like primal rage, and he like screams, "I am not empty! I carry them with me!"
That's beautiful. As once again the dream just begins to collapse, and Seneca, you were left outside of the cabin, and this time no opening appears before you. But from somewhere up in the stars above, you can start to make out something beyond the stars, and you can feel its gaze upon you, smiling, almost chuckling a little bit, as if it's entertained by this. And you find yourself being shaken awake, and the doll is there by your side.
Oh, the doll.
The doll
Put it
woke
on the
me
board.
The doll woke you up.
Oh, there's one mention of the doll.
When she wakes up, she
Should
kind
know
of
the
flinches
doll
away.
makes this campaign.
She kind of flinches away from it, and then like shakes her head and picks it up. Just kind of looks at it, and she whispers, "You gotta stop fucking doing that." And as a little bit of revenge, she just shoves it into her pouch, all the way to the bottom. Had she been asleep for a long time, or is it like she fell asleep and it's like not even 10 minutes? And
It feels like it has been at best just a couple of moments since you maybe fluttered your eyes shut. It's weird. But you're definitely back now, right? This is for sure reality, right? As you catch
Who
yourself,
did she bunk up with? Because that's fucking scary.
as
She
as
sleeps
you
by
find yourself looking around, you might catch the gaze of several others waking up at this moment, whether knowingly or not.
she'll kind of just scan over the campfire, just like to see, like make sure that Yas, Bantu, Shikari are like indeed safe and sound.
Everybody seems okay. Perhaps shaken.
But not stirred.
Does it feel really obvious that we all just sort of woke up at the same time? Like the way it sometimes is when you wake up at the same time as someone else and you're like, oh, fuck, you just woke up too?
It has that odd coincidence about it.
Shikari's gonna sort of like sit up a little bit and look at everyone else and be like, did anyone else just have a really weird dream?
Not any worse than the usual nightmares.
Oh, that's dark.
Just one member.
Wait. No, this time it was different. There was a voice.
Did it sort of like seem a sort of pact with the devil type moment where the voice was trying to get you to go over to the dark side?
Not so much that. It promised things that are impossible.
Yeah, same.
You okay, Yas?
No. I'm going back to sleep.
Alright, I think it's my watch.
Yas just remembered the name of his sons in that dream.
Oh.
I didn't even think about that. That's fantastic.
Brian.
God.
I didn't think
But
about the
Yas-
fact that he had forgotten them, but yes, I love that.
But also, Yas has a little glimmer of hope. He didn't see the name of his daughter.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
But he also doesn't remember her name.
Oh.
Way to stir the pot, Ryan.
Yeah, but it'll burn if you don't stir it.
But Seneca, did you see anything? You look like maybe you just woke up as well.
I saw a whole lot actually. Is she pretty damn sure that it was Malachi that was in there, that was infiltrating their dreams?
If anything didn't confirm it before, you do see this orb is now out by the dimming campfire. It's now got a little bit of a almost inert energy to it. Like whatever spell was housed inside of it has been expended.
She'll point at the pearl. Did one of yous put that there?
Bantu's gonna look in the pouch on his belt.
The pouch is empty.
He shows it to Seneca.
It must have been
What
the
I
one in
figured.
here. So, the dream spell is gone.
Does it seem like it's gone? I could do an Arcana check. I can't guarantee it'll be good.
I will also do Arcana check.
I can
All
even
right.
do teamwork. If we
Arcana
can't get a
trio.
buck 20 all
I mean,
together.
I'm pretty sure Shikari have the highest Arcana.
Yeah,
There you
whatever
go.
spell was housed within this is no longer. It's still capable of holding a 5th level spell.
Okay, really quick. Is it a spell storing mechanic or is it a spell slot returning mechanic?
A spell storing mechanic.
Okay, that's not what you have written here.
That is not what is on this one that I just now put, but that is what I've been selling you guys. the whole time.
That's the item I put
Okay.
in my inventory.
Ah!
I just made a custom ring of spell storing and put that in my inventory as my reminder that I had that. But
So with that Arcana, like did you already tell us for free that it was the dream spell that was used?
Bantu already knew that because I got a nat 20 last time I did this.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right. So we know it was the dream spell.
Uh-huh.
We just don't know who used it just now.
Well, I'm pretty
Seneca
sure it was
does.
the Necromancer guy.
Well, can he activate it remotely? Is that how that works? You can put the spell inside and activate it whenever you want.
Well, okay, hold on. Bouncing off of your kind of theory here, it is possible that because whatever that thing that came out of me and you and Yas when he.
And Bantu just makes this motion with his hand across his throat. Us.
When that piece of us left, I wonder if he has some connection to us. So because I had that on me, he could do it. Does that make sense?
Perhaps whatever he took from you filled some form of prerequisite. But I do believe that it was Malachi that was amidst all your dreams.
Well, Yas called it. It was that really, really old word from the Empire, Yas. What was it? Kai something?
Kaina?
That's the one. That's what Yas called it.
I mean, all those beads that he carried around with him definitely looked like, a bunch of Kainum.
Well, does that have connection to the person it came from?
Did he only have
keeping
back
it
blades
down?
on him?
I'm trying to sleep.
Sorry.
Sorry.
What the fuck?
All of the beads on him were black?
All of his beads were black.
Well, considering that all of the beads he had on him were black, it definitely doesn't mean he was a particularly great person. I mean, that's not true, though. The whole thing is not supposed to be shameful. It's just form, I suppose, like karma in a more physical form.
What's karma?
Ah, shit. Like, say you steal, like, a fucking apple from some wee one, right?
Uh-huh.
And then
you're stronger
later on...
than them, so you deserve apple more. Uh-huh.
No. And then later, like a bird shits on your head. That's karma, because you stole it from the wee one.
I don't... Why would those two things be connected?
It's...
It's like a curse.
Like, yeah, I guess kind of like a curse. It was a way that the Empire measured, like...
It was like money. From my readings, it seemed a bit like debt and assets, and you had more assets if you were, considered a good person by their rules, and you had more debt if you were considered a bad person by their rules. Some interesting texts on the debates around, how that was applied, and whether there were systems in place that were sort of systemically unjust towards certain groups and things like that. There were certain people who felt like their customs were persecuted unnecessarily and treated as bad when, it's all kind of rather subjective. Very interesting research. But basically, it was money.
Huh. Well, that don't make much sense to me, but...
It was a big social issue when I was, before I was kind of spat out here.
What's social issue mean?
When you have a large society of people, especially one that is governed by a single body rather than a group of people, there is inevitably smaller marginal groups of people who will largely disagree with the majority that was decided upon by the governing body.
I could not have put it better myself. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's the definition word for word if one were to look it up.
Like, well, you come from a dread horde. I'm assuming it's just a lot of orcs and such.
Yep, and the queen is in charge.
Okay, so like, if there was a group of orcs that wanted to go against the queen, like they didn't agree with what the shit that she did, then they could attempt like a coup, right? Or maybe
You could. Good luck, but you could. The queen really smart.
That's kind of like what I guess the Empire was like.
Oh, okay.
There
So
are people
the
that
Emperor
are
guy really strong, make all rules. Everyone have to follow those rules. But some people are like, I don't like those rules, and he's like, well, kind them for you.
As a very simplified version, yes. I could spend
exactly
hours
how it was
talking
described
about
in the
it.
textbooks.
I mean, I kind of do that. It's kind of like you leave Dreadhorde, you maybe, piss off, a lot of people on your way out, and they send, raiding parties after you.
That, yes, it is exactly like that.
Me get that. Oh.
So that was part of your dream then, Seneca, was the kind thing?
My dream, like my goal in life?
No, your dream that you just had.
Oh, no. I'm not sure if she'd actually revealed that, because it's kind of creepy. I suppose. No, my dream was I got to witness all of your dreams.
My dream was your dreams.
Oh, so you saw that then?
I did.
Oh.
I tried not to interfere. I did interfere with Yastrev's dream, but that was it was impulse, and I knew that. I don't know. I didn't think. Well, I didn't. She seems a little frustrated that she can't get her words right.
I don't have any faith in Yastrev, but I'm kidding.
Shikari's been sort of like taking notes, throughout, because that's how she be. And she's gonna sort of be paused with her quill over like the parchment, and she's gonna say, "Hey, honestly, it's all right. I think, given that it was a dream and a sort of an extreme situation where all of our consciousnesses was conscious."
We lost you, Evie.
We lost you on the word
she
consciousness.
stopped talking.
She went into the dream. Ah!
So Evie lost consciousness.
I was in some sort of place. It looked like the library, only not.
And she's gone.
Evie, your mic's going all roboty and disappearing.
Can you hear us, Evie?
Don't go towards the light.
Don't do it. It's a trap.
Yeah, go towards
It's the fire.
10-foot tall black lens. That's clearly the better place to go.
I'm just glad Crow didn't dream, because that would have been a problem for everyone.
Oops, she gone.
That would have been nice.
I was thinking about that. I was like, man, if this falls on Crow, she's gonna be the weak link, isn't she?
Oh, hey, real quick while I can hop in here. So I'm driving home right now. I've been in the car. I'm gonna stop and grab some fast food. So I'm gonna BRB, but I can't text that because I'm in the car.
Okay.
Drive safe.
Drive safe.
Okay. All right. Love you guys.
Hit me up something.
Yeah, me too.
I'm getting canes.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh hell yeah!
Getting me canes too.
Yeah.
I can hear you.
Chicken for everybody.
I want that Texas toast.
I'll be back. I'll be back in Discord in like 15 minutes, 20 minutes.
All right, with the chicken.
With the chicken.
For everybody.
For everybody.
Evie, you were talking about our weird shared consciousnesses?
Okay, is this better?
Yes.
Yes.
Much better.
Okay, that was weird. I don't know why that was happening. What was the last thing you guys heard?
Consciousness.
Something about consciousness.
And then in the library.
Oh, okay. So she was just saying, it was obviously an intrusion, through this spell. So nobody needs to share any details they're not comfortable sharing, obviously, and you don't need to essentially you know, out anyone's secrets or anything that
Oh no, of
you
course
might
not.
have seen. Yeah, so if you don't feel comfortable, please, you know, by all means, you know, I'm sure we'll all share in our own time what our experience was. It's very interesting that you were there as a sort of observer. I wonder why Malachi chose you to just sort of, you know, I don't know, just watch.
I'm not so sure that he chose me, or if it was even a conscious decision on my part. It's definitely that's not the first time that she experienced that, right? She's been in people's dreams before.
It has happened before, yeah.
I mean, I didn't want to mention it before because I'm still, you know, newer to the group and I'm already kind of, you know, uh, but it's not the first time I've been in somebody's dream. I have previously been in Yostrev's dream. It was some and who else? Was she in one of Eo's dreams?
I remember
There was another one. I don't
for
remember what it was though.
sure. I'm blanking on the second one right now.
This is why I need to take better notes.
Okay, so this
You've
could have
shared
been
Yas's dream a
mean,
couple times.
Yeah. Yost. Oh, Brienne. It was Brienne, I think.
Yep, never breathe.
You were in Rienne's dream?
I was in someone's dream.
It was fish,
other than
fish,
Jostra.
fish, fish, fish.
Ah, yeah.
Was it maybe one of Bantu's dreams?
That was the first time we did Bantu's dream.
Yeah. Oh no,
Oh,
was
okay.
it Breeze?
Maybe?
It was
Yeah, I don't think it was Eo's.
no.
Huh.
Eo has other weird stuff going on.
It might have been one of your own falling through your own dream weird things.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Because I think the first time you did that was with your own dream. You fell out of your own dreams.
Yeah, it's not
You
the
fell
first
into
time.
Kronos' dream is what it was the first time.
That's right, the weird door choice, and I took
Yes.
too long to choose, and I got yeeted into Yostrev. That's right. Yeah, it's definitely not the first time I've been in somebody's dreams. A couple weeks ago, I think it was after we dealt with Godrod. I had
Yeah.
my own dream, and it was like I was like shunted out of it into Yostrev's, and then I woke up. So she's just gonna kind of shrug.
But no, this is interesting because this is an unintended consequence. He or could be he might not have either known you were there or intended for you to be there, and that could have been to our benefit. Who knows? And the fact that you were there, I mean, it definitely helps to sort of cement the idea that we were all sort of in this same dream space and all of that. So, what an interesting ability.
Well, if he didn't know before, he definitely knows now. I in Yostrev's dream, you know, I said I acted on impulse. I kind of shattered his dream. I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but I was not confident that Yostrev had magical capabilities to deal with a necromancer.
Who knows what could have happened if you hadn't been there? That's remarkable. All right, well, I don't know exactly what this all means, but it seemed to have been some sort of... I don't know, I can't take his offer to join forces seriously, but it seemed like some sort of attempt at, I don't know, breaking this all apart. I think he might feel threatened at the very least.
It felt like he was trying to get you to make a pact with him.
Yes, and he was being very persuasive. Not that I took the bait, but I mean, you know, he definitely hit me in my sore spots. I don't know about all of you, but he seemed to know my weakness.
He doesn't know shit.
Is that right, Monty?
I mean, he might be able to glimpse whatever's in your past, but he doesn't know anything about you.
I suppose I give him too much credit for knowledge, but that is my Achilles heel.
You do have a thing for it.
I like it so much. Anyway.
Hey, I mean, it's good to remember that some things are better left unknown.
I essentially told Malachi the same thing, honestly. He was making all these promises of things he could bring back, and I mean, you know, I don't know if you've ever read a story, but it tends to not go well whenever you try to, I don't know, bend the wheel of fate and, you know, turn back time. It never goes well for the characters, so.
It's a dishonor to those that have moved on.
Once souls are taken from their bodies, they don't fit quite right when you try to shove them back in.
I mean, if it were true, you know, everybody would do it, right? If it were as easy and glorious as he makes it sound, you know, everybody would be up to it. And if he could really do it, then his army of the undead wouldn't be undead at all, would it? She seems to be talking herself into it. But I said no. I said no. I definitely said no. Well,
Hey,
I've taken note
look,
of everybody,
really
of what
quick,
everybody
hold on,
wanted to
hold on.
share. Oh, go on.
Sorry. You're the smartest person me know, so you just made me think of something I just wanted. Did you see anyone? Like, that had passed away in your dream?
No, it was like he was trying to show me something, but I didn't look. I knew I just felt no good could come from whatever he was going to show me, whether it be temptation or a curse. I didn't.
Did Yastrev see anyone?
I don't think it's really my place to say so.
Yeah, it's cool. Forget I said anything.
If it makes you feel any better, Bantu, I saw her.
Yeah. It's just normally there are two people there.
And Batu starts crying.
Oh. Oh.
Bantu. Shikari's gonna kind of like scramble up from her area and like go over and put her hand on his arm.
It just. Why would he only offer to bring back one of them?
It's like you said, he can show you what you want to see, but he can't show you it. He can't be 100% sure it's really what you want to see. You know, he doesn't know you. He can just, I guess, see bits and pieces.
Perhaps he's just trying to mess with your head and get you to think, even for a second, that you might make that choice. What a betrayal it might be in your mind. I think it could be just him trying to hurt you. And remember, I mean, these are all false promises. We know that, don't we?
But he didn't promise.
What did he say?
He only promised to bring back Nesta. he didn't promise to bring back Kana.
Oh.
And what, you'd rather have Connor back? You'd rather have them both, of course, but...
Well, yeah. Why would he not offer to bring them both back? Makes no sense. That's why I said he doesn't know shit.
Does he... Do you think maybe he doesn't know how important they both are to you, or do you think it's more a mind game?
Well, I don't know. I see them both in my dreams every night. Except tonight, there's only one of them there.
Are you worried it might mean something?
Well, that's why I asked about your dream, because if he offered to bring back somebody you love, I was just wondering if they were all there.
I didn't look, and he did hint that he could bring back loved ones, but he didn't show me, and even if he had, my whole tribe was drowned and gone before I was born, you know, so I don't know who I would have even recognized aside from Papa Eric, who adopted me after and helped Mama when she was giving birth, and I don't remember my mother's face. So I don't know if he could have shown me anything quite so heartrending as yours. I've loved very few people in my life, and most of them are librarians. So I don't know, but I didn't look. So I don't want to rule out any possibilities. He's a necromancer. He has a connection to the other side. Anyone who's passed, if he's not showing me them to you in a vision, let's not rule out the possibility that might be some sort of clue. Perhaps, I don't know. We can, as we're doing what we can to track him down, we'll definitely see if he's made any attempts at your family. He's hinted that he has some sort of connection to my mother's spirit or my mother, and I know she's gone. She must be, so I don't understand how he could have talked to her or met her or made any deal with her, and who knows what loved ones he could be contacting of yours on the other side. So that absence might be a clue, or it could have just been to hurt you. I don't know.
What do you mean a clue?
Well, what if she wasn't there for a reason? Oh, sorry. What if they weren't there for a reason? What if he has a plan for Kana?
I don't. What kind of plan?
I don't know. Maybe similar to what he has planned with my mother. Perhaps it's all lies. I don't know. Every piece of information right now might be a clue, so I don't know. But I hope whatever it is, it doesn't hurt you too badly and run through your mind too often. This dream that you have,
it's a painful one, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
You've never been able to stop it. Do you have it every night?
Pretty much.
And this was the only time it's ever been different.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's okay. In a way, I don't mind the dream so much anymore because at least they're there.
so tonight you didn't get to see one of your loved ones who you typically get to see every night. That must be painful. I'm sorry, Bontu.
Well, guess we're gonna have to deal with this asshole, huh?
My thoughts exactly.
Alright, well, try to get some more rest. I think it's my watch.
That sounds like an excellent idea. And if anyone else thinks of anything else they remember or anything that might be relevant, please come back to me. I'm compiling this all. Hopefully we'll see some connections soon. She's gonna like scurry back to her bedroll with her notes.
Before
Well,
long.
personally,
ahead.
Seneca's not going back to sleep.
That makes sense.
Wait.
You are still going to get the level up, but do me a favor and just take a point of exhaustion.
I can do that.
And together we'll start learning how that works in this edition.
Exhaustion?
Yeah, I think it's like a -1 to D20 rolls, more or less.
Ooh.
It's as fun as always.
Reduced by 2 for any D20 chest
Ooh.
per level of exhaustion.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And my speed is
So-
reduced by a number of feet equal to 5 times my exhaustion level.
Oh, it's only 5 feet. That's nothing.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I
didn't mean
can
to
only
click
move
the
at
thing.
25
range.
feet.
I got good sleep considering I almost killed someone.
Sleeping like a baby.
You
He
know?
doesn't sleep good after attempted murder.
What did you
Regerts.
What did you all dream last night? I dreamed of a fish and then a baby bird. You know, I had a wonderful dream.
Are you saying that you dreamed of the fish that Crow gave you?
I dreamed of a fish. I mean, maybe.
Rianne.
It
You
was
gotta,
dancing.
you'll have to listen to those.
Should I give her more fish? But what does the
No.
dancing fish mean?
She brought you a fish.
Yes.
And a
And I
dancing
got
crow?
another fish.
I'm just
Yes.
you gotta look below the surface, Rianne. I think this might be something in the air. It might be something happening.
About that time, Crow will come from her own personal tent that was just a little bit further away from the camp because she enjoys her privacy and space. Not so much as she enjoys it, but Io enjoys her having it, which is most important also.
You're going to come to find that the next morning, Io was up a little bit earlier than you were. He knew where he was headed, and he knew that if he acted quickly, he might be able to complete a quick task before Crow stole her slumber.
That's fair,
He
right?
was.
Crow
He knows that Shikari was on last watch, as she has for a couple of times, and with a quick word, he was headed out on his way.
Shikari, yesterday on our way back from the graveyard, I saw some things I'd like to to gather for special dinner tonight. I won't be gone long.
Oh, okay. Just be safe out there. If you see anything, just give a whistle, and I'll rouse the party to come and find you.
Oh, it'll be fine. I remember exactly where it was, and I should be back in no more than an hour.
All right, be safe.
Shikari gave a curt nod, and he was off. About 2 miles back, not far outside of the ruined village and cemetery that had been the scene of such horror the day before, Io found the copse of trees and the denizens he was seeking. He hid himself among the early morning shadows and listened closely. He focused his attention on the group of trees where rustling and the occasional caw could be heard. He called upon his will and summoned a thick cloud of acrid vapor among the branches of several trees. Shortly after, black feathered creatures, started falling to the ground, coughing and flailing, as Io deftly starts gathering them quickly and efficiently, snapping the neck of each as he lays his hands upon it, each limp creature getting tossed into his bag as he repeats this rather macabre scene until he's collected at least 24 birds. As he then climbs up into the trees to look for any eggs that might have been in the nests, now bereft of its occupants. On his way back to camp, he also gathers a fair number of mushrooms that he spots growing and a damp and shaded overhang near the path. And a little further on, he digs up a small patch of wild onions.
You know, this isn't a bad haul for a quick morning's work. Should be plenty for the pies.
It's about this time that Crow is emerging from her tent and spots Io making his way back.
Oh, Io, good morning. I don't know about you, but I have not slept that well in quite a long time. It was really the most peaceful rest I think I've probably ever had, at least in the last week.
Oh, that is excellent, mistress. That is excellent. I slept perhaps slightly less well. There was a bit to do around the camp, but I may do.
What have you been up to this morning? Just waking up, I suppose. Is the sun even up yet? Right over there. I see it.
Well, I ran out quickly. I have an idea for dinner tonight. It's something special I've got in my mind. So I thought I would go grab some things I saw on our trip back. But anyway, what would you like for breakfast?
Oh, I really do love when you make the sweet treats for breakfast, because I do like a little bit of sugar to start my day. But maybe because we did so much fishing yesterday, maybe there's some sort of like fish cake or something we can do for breakfast. Is that a breakfast food? Do people eat fish for breakfast? Is that normal?
Fish cake. Right.
Maybe not a fish cake. I don't think that would be very good. Never mind. Forget I said anything. Let's do our normal start.
How about I can fry up a little bit of fish to go with your honeyed toast. How about that?
Ooh, that sounds quite nice. Yes, let's do that. Let's do that.
And Io
Have you
quickly,
heard from everyone else yet? Are they up and going? I hope I didn't sleep in too late. I did try to rise with the sun, but sometimes we did so much yesterday. There was a lot of walking and everyone almost killing each other, but we all survived. It's quite exhausting. So I really felt like it was just better to sleep in less.
it looks like most everyone's up. Bree seems to be sleeping in. She seems quite at peace. And it looks like it looks like Yas is making some porridge. But let me get right on this breakfast. I'll be right back.
Perfect. Yes, sounds great. Sounds great. And Crow will make her way to the normal in the middle of the campground and kind of, tinker around a little bit. She doesn't have too much to do, but she's feeling quite rested, as last night was clearly the most peaceful rest everyone's had this campaign.
Oh yeah. No, yeah. I don't think that it really means anything. It is just a bird and a fish dancing.
You saw bird and a fish dancing? Crow's gonna walk into this conversation.
Yes, I was just telling Bree.
It's important.
Oh, Crow, you can have my seat here. And I'll just get up and move to the other side of the log so that she could sit next to Rian. I want it for you.
Oh,
Rian
thank
will
you. It is
sniff
quite chilly
herself.
this morning. I do appreciate a warm spot to sit.
Do I smell that? Is that why you're moving away? Do I smell like fish?
The
When
early
Rosie leaning
fish
and
gets
sniff
the
you.
worm, Rian. The early fish gets the worm.
I mean,
I'm
you
gonna
don't
go
really
see if
smell like
EO
fish,
needs some
sis.
assistance. I saw him
Oh,
carrying a bunch of things, and I want to make myself useful this morning.
Oh, well, it was good to see you, Bree. I'm glad you slept really well. And Bree's gone.
I still have all my hair, so thank you, Crow.
I think she might be afraid of me, Rian.
Well, I think that she doesn't like my smell. That is why she moved away. But you know, it is fine. I was just telling her about the dream that I had yesterday night.
Oh, what did you dream about?
Well, you know, it was a dream. There was a dancing fish, and then a dancing crow.
Were they dancing together or were they dancing separately?
Kind of in the same room, but apart.
Was there music?
No. Maybe yes. Yes, I believe that there was some kind of music.
Oh,
Gangster
well, then
rap.
that's perfect. But obviously, they're going to be dancing to the music. That makes perfect sense. You know, dreams.
It is, yes. Well, I mean, at some point, they did get together and they did dance a little bit, and then they went back to dancing.
That sounds quite exciting. I can't remember the last time I had a dream. It's been quite a bit. If I do dream, I don't ever remember them when I wake up. So it's fascinating to me to hear people's dreams.
Really, you don't have any dreams? That's kind of wild. Not wild, but you know what I mean.
You know, it's just. I used to, and then I just don't anymore. And I just assume it's because I'm just so busy, and it's just like by the time I wake up, there's just so many things that I just don't remember them, and so they just don't really come as frequently as they used to. But the bird and the fish dancing, that sounds like a classic, if you ask me. That sounds like quite a dream to have.
Oh yes. But he says that apparently that means that they have to give you a fish. So, I'll give you a fish one of these days. Well, not one of these days.
We
Next
went
time that's better.
fishing yesterday, and
Yes, we
got
did.
quite a few fish yesterday. But I mean, today's a new day, so we can try again today if you needed to fulfill your dream prophecy.
I suppose. I mean, prophecies for me here.
Yeah. You mean that fish are easy for you?
I have one. Oh, they do.
But I don't
They
know
do.
really how to come across a dancing bird. That might require some training. But I feel like fish kind of dance whenever you capture them out of the water. They're flopping on the ground, and that's kind of dancing. Just flopping there. There could be some time. You could put a beat to that.
Yeah.
But birds, I'm not sure how to make a bird dance.
Giving them bread, I suppose.
I would dance for bread. I could see that.
Oh, nice. Especially if it's good bread, yes.
The best bread, yes. EO makes the very best bread that I've ever had. I don't know what he adds to it, but it makes it rise and it's just so fluffy, but the outsides are extra crispy. Like if you were to just grab the loaf, he really hates when I do this because I'll just grab the loaf and just like push it in my hands and it makes this really crisp sound. But he's like, Crow Mistress, please, you mustn't be crushing the bread. I need to slice it to serve it. And I'm like, oh, but listen to the sound. And it's just like the it's just delectable, really. But I do try and stay out of his way mostly.
That sounds like the type of bread that my family would get, for one of the celebrations that we held in my village.
Your village really did have quite a lot of different types of celebrations. I'm intrigued by all of your events that you had and what fish mean for special occasions. And then now I'm going to learn bread. Like you're quite fascinating, Rian. Let me tell you, even if Bree doesn't like your smell, I do love your stories. I don't think you smell bad. I don't mind sitting next to you.
Thank you, Crow. And you know what? You smell nice too. The very perfumey kind of things. It smells very rich.
Oh, I have quite a few different perfumes. I used my jasmine one for today because I was feeling quite awake and nice. And but yes, EO carries at least 12 because I never know the mood I'm going to be in when I wake up, and I just like to smell nice.
That is nice. I only, yeah.
Well, you're more than welcome to use it if you ever want to, but I like your smell, Rian. I think it's nice and refreshing. A little wild. It's kind of nice. Good.
What sense do you have? What sense does Crow have? Out of character.
None.
Does she have peppermint?
What does Crow smell like?
You're gonna well, I will have to look up scents. Right now I smell like jasmine.
She has a lavender. She has a rose floral. She has a spice that's sort of cinnamony, nutmeggy. It's like an apple spice sort of thing. She actually has 3 different kinds of rose floral. She thinks that the pink and the red and the white all smell different.
Yes,
they do.
And then she also has more of like a woodsy oaky that she tries to use when she's not actually trying to smell nice. She thinks that it makes her smell, more like neutral.
Rugged.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like cedar wood.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
Well, that does. Well, now that you mention it, now that I know that you perfume yourself, a couple of days ago you smelled like the better.
Oh.
What did I smell like? You cut out.
She got choked up.
Oh no. Was it bad? Did you hate that one?
I think she's blushing. She's blushing. You smell like toothpaste and fresh parchment and freshly cut grass.
We lost her. The smell was too much. She thought she smelled, but it was Crow.
She starts dancing like a fish because she has a seizure.
As she gets all choked up trying to describe what you smelled like, EO comes back with breakfast.
Oh, perfect. Oh, we were just talking about your bread, EO. This Rian disappears forever.
She quit.
Well, Mistress, I haven't exactly tried this combination before, but
Hello.
Here
Oh
is
my
some
God, yes.
honey
Okay.
toast and some what I'm going to start calling fish fingers on the side.
Ooh, fish fingers.
I also considered making a custard, but then I thought that's just too much.
Nothing you do is too much, Leo. You're quite perfect. But here,
This is
Ian,
just
look.
too kind.
This is some of the food that EO made, and this is some of the fish that we caught yesterday. And he made fish fingers out of it, but not actual. Like fish don't actually have fingers, but they're fingers. And also, you cut out, and I didn't hear what I smelled like. Do I smell bad? I'm going to take no answer as a yes.
I saw her
Yeah,
light
no,
lighting up. There you go.
Rian's going to get up. Well, I don't want to disturb your breakfast, but the scent that you had the other day that you smelled like, I didn't get too close, but but it kind of reminded me of a bit of the woods that were around my home. It was a small wood, small forest, just right outside. But
That's
it
the one
reminded
I wear when I'm trying to be more sneaky and in tune with nature, because it makes me blend in with my surroundings.
Yes, it did smell like that. So that one is my favorite. So if you ever have extra, I'd like to smell it, not necessarily put it on, but
I would be happy to
Anyway.
share with you if you wanted to try it. Absolutely. Would you
And-
like to try a fish finger? But once again, it's not fingers; it's just fish fingers.
As you're
not
talking about
fingers.
this, like now that EO has the bag of holding, he just reaches into the bag of holding and pulls out the bottle of perfume you're talking about.
Is this the one? And she'll spray it. You know how spray
Yeah,
it
that-
and walk
yeah.
into it, and however women do that shenanigans. They have oil rub-ons. I don't know.
Dab it on your wrists and just behind your ear.
Have it on your wrists and then behind your ear. Yeah, that's the one.
Yes, that is exactly the one. It reminds me. It reminds me of. That is the one that I like. But
Well,
yeah,
this is one of Mrs. Crow's favorites. She had me pick it up when she decided that we were going to go adventuring, and found that it works wonders when traveling through plains and grasslands to make one blend in.
It almost makes me invisible.
well,
I,
it is.
as I
it
always
smells
tell her, there is
very
nothing like the scent of cedar to make you seem like a grassland.
Well, it smells very nice. So, it smells nice. I don't know why I'm speaking into the microphone when I had to unplug it. But I'll let you have all the food. You need to keep your strength up because you're, our leader. But yeah, I'll go have some. I'll
So this is
I'll go
quite
help.
a lot of food. There's no way I'll be able to finish it. Why don't you share with me?
You know what? Why not? It's yes. I'll eat with you. Yes.
You're the one who told me how to fish, so we'll see if these fish taste good together, right?
Why not? Yeah, of course. They look like sticks.
Your little fingers, right? And she's gonna hold one up and like dangle it. Little fish fingers. How cute is that? EO makes the best food.
I don't want to be that person, but did EO leave a pot of coffee on the campfire by chance?
Not to break
course
up
you did.
this tender moment, but where the fuck is the coffee?
I'm gonna pour 2 cups and find Bantu.
And I'm going to lean over to Mistress Crow, as I assume you just like pass the plate over to Rian.
Mm-hmm.
Mistress, did you hear? She acknowledged you as her leader. This is wonderful. I'll go get the second plate.
She'll just kind of look over to EO and kind of nod, and then just kind of be like, "Oh no," like it like her face kind of goes a little bit sour there for a second, like that's a lot of responsibility. And then she's gonna kind of straighten up a little bit and be like, "Okay, yes, we can do this. This is gonna be just fine." It's all these emotions that just play on her face. No fuck. Okay, this is how it is. Okay. Ian, like, it's not so much that I just carry my own rations now, and I like to make sure that I'm being as responsible as I possibly can be. But I don't know if all the big choices are very important because I think I got us into quite a little bit of a pickle there a while back, and then just everyone was like murdering each other in a well, and that's a lot of responsibility to tell people where to go and when to go and why to go. But I think for now, I just want that we could just enjoy the morning. You don't have to think about that right now. And she's gonna pack her little bag that has her rations on. She's gonna pat it and be like, "Okay, we see all our rations. We're just gonna take this one day at a time. It's gonna be fine."
EO comes back with a plate that is just the honey toast because he knows that's what you really wanted for breakfast.
I do love bread. And she will. Thank you so much, EO. This looks superb. How do you manage to do this day after day? I will never know. I'm so glad you have the magnet. It makes it a lot less stressful on your arms and your weight and just everything. This is going to be so much better because we can carry so many more things now. Think of all the ingredients we can. Oh, this is going to be great. You know what? I feel like today is the first day of our new beginning, and I think with all of with all of you, and she'll kind of acknowledge everyone now if they're around, waking up. This is gonna be great. We're gonna go forward, and we're gonna fight dead things. It's gonna be great.
And fish fingers.
And fish fingers for everyone. How many fish fingers did you bring?
Certainly, there will be enough for everyone.
Fish fingers for everyone.
He runs back over and sees that the coffee pot is now empty and starts cutting fish fingers in half.
Oh, but what's Bree?
Bree, and he sees Bree like walking off with the coffee. He goes following.
Yes, Io.
Yes, actually, Bantu, yes. I was thinking, I have plans for a special recipe that I'd like to make tonight, and it's going to take a bit more time than normal to prepare. Do you think we could halt at a little early today?
You mean like before we get back to town?
Well, possibly. I'm not sure how far the town is.
I mean, we could
Bree pulls out her map. How far are we from town?
Like another 8 hours out from town.
We could probably camp one more night.
I don't mind having a short march. We kind of went through a lot.
Oh wait, is it just for Crow? Or are you gonna like make it for everybody?
No, Bantu, I promise I'm making a meal for everyone tonight.
Okay.
All right. Well, excellent. Thank you.
Oh, before you go, Io, would it be all right if I helped?
Oh no, I have this special recipe in mind. I think I'm gonna take care of it myself. But thank you.
All right. If you didn't need anything, firewood or anything, just let me know. I'm happy to help.
All right. Well, enjoy the coffee.
Thanks. You know, it's just much better than the first time he made it.
I think it had sticks in it the first time.
Something was wrong with it.
Passes Bantu a big cup of coffee. I'm terribly sorry about last night. You do know it was not my intention to lash out at you like that.
Oh, right, with the hammer thing. Don't worry about it.
Well, I do worry about it because I tried everything that I could to not swing, but for some reason, my mind switched to you being the undead and the undead being one of my dead friends.
Damn, homie, I mind playing tricks on you.
I know. I thought after all the years that I've lived, I had my shit locked down, but apparently I don't.
I mean, it could be like that sometimes. You know, magic, undead, cursed wells. What can you do? It wasn't you. It wasn't like you wanted to hurt me.
No, I love you, Bantu. I would never want to hurt you.
Easy, Bree. We just met.
Oh, you're so sweet. No, maybe we can do some training at some point. Do you have anything that affects the mind?
Yeah.
Maybe when we're both fresh and not reeling from, a terrible night. Maybe you can hit me with some of that and see if I can resist it. Try to build up a tolerance.
I don't think it works like that, but sure.
It doesn't? That's not how magic works? You don't build up a tolerance over time, like terrible food or terrible lovers?
Yeah, like mechanically, like you hit level 8 and you can add like points to your wisdom.
So experience will eventually get resistance.
I guess so, if we think about it like that. Yeah.
All right.
Oh, you could actually take
Overtime.
defeat resistance. Mm-hmm.
That'd be very helpful. Yeah. Okay.
Just
Take
break
a
the
big
fourth
sip of
wall for
coffee.
a second.
We both just take a big sip of coffee and look off into the distance.
They just look at the camera.
Now about this ranger that you're playing.
Oh, yeah. But my granddaughter likes to play pretend, and she thinks that I'm Kylie, but I'm not.
Do we know any good campsites between here and town?
I'll unroll my map of the area that I have. I've done this trip now a couple of times.
Yeah,
Ryan,
like-
is there a safe location in between the Dell and?
Describe your favorite one.
I mean, there's the
Oh,
Unicorn
shit.
Glen, or we could stay with the fairy, the Pixies, or
I prefer not to mess with pixies again.
fair.
Oh, wait, the bear cave. That's not in this direction, right?
It's
Yeah.
more north of town, I think.
More north of town. Yeah. So she'll pull out a map and she'll pull like a forest that's on the other side of like a small valley away from the pixies, and there's like another forest that leads into the bear cave that goes south. I think that yeah, here we go. We're
like
on the
that
left
forest.
side. We're
Over there.
I think we don't want to be directly on top of the hill because that's where the wind hits. But I think if we maybe go halfway up the hill on the other side of this valley on this location, I think that would give us good cover as well as protection from the elements.
Cool. Well, I mean, that means we don't even need to set a fast pace today. We could kind of just meander. I learned that word from Shikari.
That is a very big word. But yes, I think that means slow pace. Is that slow pace? Wander?
Yeah, she described it as just going about doing whatever. She was
Maybe-
much more, she used a lot more words, but that was the basic.
She uses a lot of words. I think I think maybe considering the last couple weeks that we've had, a slow trek home just to get our minds right. I don't think we want to come in haggard back into the town because they've been through enough. I think if we come in fresh and cheery-eyed, I think that might be good for morale for the little city that we got there.
Hey, I don't know. I guess what I'm trying to say is, that we're not going to stay here forever, right? Or at least I'm not.
I don't plan on staying in Westvale for much longer. I'm just trying to get enough money to be able to afford a house and some land somewhere for my family.
Well, if we leave as group, are you taking daughters with you?
If we're planning a long extended trip, yeah, I would love to bring them.
That's cool. They can take care of themselves, honestly. I was just wondering.
Oh yeah, now Nalia, she's on board with the realities of the world at this point, so I'm sure she can eat that chicken in my ear. What? Yeah, she can What's up, Jeremy? Coming in with that big old bite of that extra crispy.
I'm so fucking good right now.
Yeah, I think the two of them would be willing to go on an adventure, and I think as long as we have a safe landing spot, I don't have a problem with bringing them with me.
Well, I don't know if it's always going to be safe, especially if we're going to fight this Malachi guy.
Well, oh yeah, that asshole is going to get a hammer to the face at some point, but
Oh, yeah.
I know there's no place. We've both been around long enough, Bontu, to know that there is no. Jeremy, for the love of God, would you mute your microphone? That rapper's so loud.
That's the fish fingers.
Yastrep, what is it?
I'm just tooting. I'm sorry. I didn't realize I was so loud.
Where did EO come up with newspaper wrapping for his
Where did you
fish
even
fingers?
come from?
I just breaded them with a lot of crispy crackers.
There it is. Cornflakes.
Yeah, there you
go. Bontu, you and I have been around long enough to know that there is no safe place in this world. But I think with the party, honestly, it's probably safer than Westvale, as it is. As long as we're all around.
Especially if we're not there.
Yeah. So, if you don't mind, when we do eventually decide to move out, I will bring my family with me.
I think you should. That was all I was saying.
I appreciate you looking out for mine, Bontu. I really do. I wish that I could repay the favor, and I know that you've lost a lot, but I plan to be there for you however you need me. I don't want you to be alone traveling through the world. That's for sure.
You don't have to worry about me. I'm always carrying people with me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now,
Really?
I understand that, Bontu. I carry my husband and my son with me as we go as well. So the burden's heavy, but we're broad enough to carry both of them, can't we?
Loktar.
Loktar, friend. I'm going to sit there and enjoy the sunrise with Bontu, drinking some coffee.
Lovely, lovely. Through the thinning mists, columns of sunlight begin to break across the tree line. Road to Westvale begins glinting like a promise before you. Journey home.
A bug just landed on my screen.
A bit quieter than usual. The forest around and from the dells on feels empty almost. Shadows between the trees seem to lean in as you pass and slink back when you look their way. Even the birds are silent, so nature itself seems to hold its breath as you pass. As the ground continues to soften, the autumn leaves begin to bespeckle some of the nearby trees. The first signs of life can be visible on the wood smoke on the air, the distant ring of a hammer, and the smell of stew begins to drift from somewhere beyond the hills. As Westvale awaits.
We could probably make camp for the night and head in the morning.
That sounds good to me. Crow, what do you think? You want to keep marching, or 6 hours on your feet long enough?
Well, you know me. I do hate an 8-hour day of work. So I think 6 hours is plenty, and then we can wake up bright and early and go and see Westvale in the morning, victorious and happy. EO has his meal planned for tonight, and I don't want to take that from him. I mean, it wouldn't be as special if we did it in Westvale, so I feel like we should do it out here. All of us are grouped together in victory of what we've managed to accomplish, and I think this is a lovely place, just overlooking the future we have ahead of us. This seems quite lovely for me tonight. If that's okay with everyone else, unless we're all dying to get back to Westvale right now. Brianna, you have your family there. I don't want to take that from you. It's been such a long day of walking.
Oh, I've got chores to do at home, so if I can put it off another evening, I have no problem doing that.
Perfect. We'll just enjoy our evening tonight. Then this is quite exciting.
Then as the group settles in to make camp for the evening, Eo begins bustling himself about his makeshift kitchen as he piles wild onions, potatoes, a handful of eggs, and his small bag of flour on one side of his small preparation area. On the other, he begins pulling out 20 or so modest-sized birds, plucked and prepared. It takes him a bit more than 2 hours to make his preparations. Each time a member of the group asks to assist, he waves them off, except when Seneca comes upon him, bandaging his hand.
Well, what the fuck did you do there?
I cut myself. Ugh, it hurts like the dickens, and it's bled pretty good too. Could you peel these potatoes while I heal this?
Sure, I'm not doing anything better. Besides, we don't want your blood mucking up the food, do we?
Thank you. Thank you.
As after all the preparations been finished and a very pleasant aroma begins to spread across the camp, Eo brings out a large tray covered with red cloth. He announces to everybody.
The last few days have been quite challenging. We faced down dangers like we'd never seen and came to the brink of death.
Focuses over on Bree.
We helped some old friends find peace.
Looking over to Shikari.
We confronted a great danger that we must know better.
Looks over to Crow, light dampness in his eyes.
We've grown in ability, leadership, and independence. So, I wanted to cook something in celebration for everyone. I hope it will give us all a bit of strength, and I expect it will help us in the days ahead. Sharing a special meal of celebration and remembrance brings people together as few other things can. And as we all seem destined to continue our road together, I want to share this meal and bond us a bit closer. So, I give you a special recipe of my own devising. Crow's meat pies.
Whips off the cloth, revealing a number of large, steaming pastry concoctions that smell deliciously of nutmeg, clove, onion, and a rich, savory aroma like duck or pheasant. Working into the pastry, worked into the pastry shells are small impressions of wings. So he slices up the pies, giving the first piece to Crow, and begins passing out the rest to all of his companions.
To our continued good health, to a closer bond between us, and to preparing ourselves for whatever awaits us on our path.
I know I just said it this morning, but I don't think you've ever made anything more beautiful in my entire time of knowing you.
Well, thank you, Mistress Crow. Do everyone enjoy, eat.
Crow will gladly take the first bite.
Rian will join in.
Delicious. You can taste the love and care that has been worked into this dish.
Crow will literally start to cry tears of joy with how beautifully delicious it is, with the whole situation they're in now, and everything they've done so far together as a group. And she'll speak. I didn't expect to find much when I came to this small little town, but you guys have really grown to be really quite important for me, and this has just really been quite the greatest adventure, and I just appreciate every single one of you. And all those birds that just flew by in the picture, they're all dead now in this pie.
They're all dead now.
This has really been the best experience, being able to enjoy this meal with all of you. And tomorrow when we go back into, is it Westvale? Wintervale?
Tis Westvale.
Westvale, okay.
I love the idea that Crow doesn't know.
Whenever I go back into Wintervale.
Eo's the one that tells her every time. Every morning, we're going back to Westvale.
Going to Wintervale, Westvale.
I just hope you all know that you guys have done amazing things for this town, and you've saved them countless times, and hopefully if you all choose to, we can go on to our next adventure together as a group, because I've really grown quite fond of every single one of you. This is just the best way I can imagine spending today, with every single one of you by my side. And she'll take another bite of the pie.
Well, thank you both so much. The kind words and the food, it's quite overwhelming. I really appreciate it. Shikari is like talking around a mouthful of dough, but she's talking.
It's hard to talk and eat, but I get it. It's delicious. You want to say words?
You know, back home, you have a raiding party. And your raiding party, you know, about this size group of people. So, I guess what I'm saying is, I will be part of your raiding party.
I look forward to having you. We really got to come up with a name to call ourselves, you know? Like, I don't know if the Boring Company seems quite bleak.
I think
boring.
I think synonyms can be definitely misread or misheard or misunderstood far too easily. Take it from me, I get that. I get questions all the time. Bookworms, how do you spell that? It's we're not all kobold. Yeah, it's the whole thing you have to explain. So I would suggest don't be clever.
So you think we should stay with the Boring Company?
Anything that's not a synonym, please. Please. I have a feeling one day it will just occur to us and it'll be so perfect there will be no doubt in anyone's mind.
I said that about my last party, and then they all died before we could make up a name. So all I know is that they're all dead.
Maybe that's their name.
You know, Bree,
Yeah.
I think maybe you're still dealing with some grief there. I think maybe there's still...
me? Grief? No, never.
Yeah, I think maybe you're still working through something.
I just saw my friends. Have you seen someone that you love die twice?
Not at all. Not at all.
Yeah, it sucks.
I was only there when my mother died, you know, because I was born. But I was fresh out of the egg. You know, how much was I a werewolf? I don't remember.
No, yes, I have some stuff to work. What I'm saying is, we live in the present. Let's not wait to the future to make decisions. Let's make them happen now, and then live life as it comes to us.
I love that idea.
So you also vote for being the Boring Company?
I suggested the Boring Company, Crow. That was my idea. Yes, I think we're the Boring Company.
Okay,
Oh,
so
God.
I like the
we can
Boring
reset
Company.
this. We can be the Boring Company. I just want to make sure.
Well, I'll be the nay vote, but if we're going by majority rules, then I guess that's what it is.
I mean, we could also be an LLC, a limited liability Crow.
I like the Boring Company.
EO's Entourage, maybe?
Oh,
Or anything
no,
but.
no. Maybe we could just go by the initials. We could be called BC.
Boko.
Oh.
Oh, I like BC. Oh, that's badass.
Wait. Oh, BC, for Boring Company. I thought we were thinking
ESA,
before Crow.
BC. Before Crow.
BC and AC before Crow and after Crow?
Are you
That's not
down
what we're
with
doing, right?
BC? Yeah, you know me.
About BC, now it's more solid. We'll call ourselves BC, we're the Boring Company.
Shikari is looking on with horror at a train that has left the station. She cannot...
This train never arrived, Shikari.
There's no stopping it now. We're adding coal to the fire.
We're on the crazy train. Get a ticket. Let's go.
BC stands for Breaking Shikari.
This is the Express.
These are things Shikari hates. here kind of assembled, there was some events last night that I wanted everyone to be apprised of. If everyone recalls, the pearl that Bontu picked up had a spell of dreaming in it, and apparently in the night, Malachi was somehow able to activate that. And a few of us fell into a dream, and our good friend Seneca, who has a seemingly latent ability to fall into others' dreams as well, which is fascinating, and we need to know more about that. But she was there, and Malachi was able to speak to us. He made us various offers, basically trying to make a pact. And speaking for myself, declining, we eventually fell back out of the dream and realized that we had all kind of shared this sort of dream space with him. So he was able to reach in, talk to us, and I don't know, Bontu, if you wanted to talk a little bit about what your experience was, but there's, I believe there are clues in each and every one of our visions as to what he's planning, what he's doing, perhaps clues to our own pasts and what they might mean. So yeah, that was all what happened last night before I went on watch. So if anyone wants to, I don't know, share anything else on that, that's what happened.
But might I ask, I did not have any interesting dreams last night. Who all did have these dreams?
I didn't have one either, you.
It was everyone who fell to Malachi's darkness. So remember when the darkness was cast, and then when he disappeared and the three of us were on the ground?
Of course.
Oh, you were all touched by his spell.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yas said that he took Kainum from us.
That's that thing from before the Harrow, right? What Seneca and Yas talk about sometimes.
Yeah.
I didn't think. Bontu, how do you have it?
You weren't around then, right?
I'm not sure how it can exist.
I mean, I was alive during it, but I was not a part of any that kind of civilization. Maybe Bontu, maybe my trainings work. Maybe y'all need to work on your mental fortitude.
No,
I mean, I'm not one to talk. I lost my shit, but I didn't lose my shit to Malachi.
Well, I think it's because you didn't go unconscious, right, Bree?
No. I think I deflected most of that physio psychic attacks.
Well, I don't think the three of us did. Like, I think we took it, and he took a piece of us with it. With him.
He took a piece of you with him?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like that. I like my Bontu whole.
Me too.
I don't think I've ever been hold sentient on me.
Well, that's also.
We need to have a talk, Yas.
I think I'm just pieces of a man who doesn't even exist anymore. I don't even know where to begin. But I do know Malekith has answers. And I hate that creature knows more about me than I do.
So what was in your all's dreams? Because maybe there's besides the fact that you all fell and lost this kind of whatever shit. What else happened?
There is a question I had for Ryan. I was driving and I didn't want to get too into it. You mentioned my birth year and my year of death, sir. What are those dates?
Your birthday is the date that you picked for your birth date. That is 100% on you.
Another year.
And then your death date would have been Moonfall.
And then it got wiped away.
Okay. So like 70 years before Moonfall.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you know what? I'm just gonna say this: every single one of my Dungeons and Dragons characters I ever play will share my birthday.
That's a good way to remember it, Jeremy.
Yep. And
we don't have real money.
But he's 100 years older than you.
Just whatever the 8th month is in their calendar. 8/2.
A2. All right, so what else was in the dreams? We need specifics because some of us might have similar backstories and or events that have happened in our past. I want to see what's the same and what's not the same.
I woke up in a graveyard surrounded by tombstones. And in the horizon, Malekith's malformed skull rose. As I looked down at the headstones, I saw the names of my sons. He offered to bring them back to me. And I almost took the offer. Almost, if not for Miss Stonebender here, who was there and pretty much told him to fuck off, which was enjoyable, and then shot him with an eldritch blast.
It seemed as though for each of us, he tried to offer, or he offered to bring back someone we had lost in our past, but it was odd because, well, I didn't look, so I'm not sure who he would have offered for me. I've lost many people, but many of them I didn't know, so I'm not sure who he could have shown me. But aside from my mother and my father, who I never knew, but for Bontu, he seems, I don't know, you describe it. You have a recurring dream, but one of the people wasn't there, and he didn't offer to bring them back. So it was odd that, well, you've lost both of these people who were in that dream, right?
Yeah.
So he didn't offer to bring both of them back. You only saw the one. It was either to torment him or because there's a clue there that means something. Well, why wasn't that other person there? And
Maybe he's incapable of bringing more than one back.
It could be that, or if my limited understanding of the afterlife, perhaps the one that couldn't be raised was one that didn't want to be raised. Like, if I were to try to resurrect my dead son, he died protecting our family, and there's no way he would want to be brought back against his will.
Well,
He
and then
died doing what he wanted to do.
yes, and then there's the obvious, right? Like, he can't bring back from the dead someone who isn't dead. Are you sure both of them died?
To Bondu. Did your wife and child die? Did you watch it? Did you see it happen?
Well, if you didn't see it, maybe it didn't happen. Or
If
maybe
there
you
wasn't a
didn't
body,
see
it might
what
not
you
have
saw.
happened.
Maybe you didn't see what you thought you saw. I don't know how what this experience was of yours.
Oh, that.
I think
Is there a
Bonsu
more
just kind
delicate
of
way we can say that?
I think Bonsu just kind of sits down and is just kind of staring at the ground like he had never considered that.
Bree understands exactly what Bantu's going through. She's going to sit next to Bantu and put a very gentle hand on his leg. It's all right. We'll get through this. Did you, by chance, see your loved ones die? Do you know for sure? Like, is there a possibility that you all just got separated?
I mean, I didn't.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that.
I didn't see the end. I passed out from the smoke, filling my nostrils. Or it was. That's not even it. What happened that day was Nesta was out hunting, and raiding party from the Dreadhorde found when we were living. I don't know how many of them I killed, but eventually they overtook me and threw me in this iron cage, and I was unconscious for a long time, and eventually I came to with the sounds of fighting and the smell of smoke. And I watched Nessa fighting. But the house collapsed on her. So I did see both.
But you
of
never
them.
saw your little one. I know you got incredible.
I found 2 bodies and I dug 2 graves.
I know that you have incredible magic, Bantu. Is there anywhere that you might be able to look for this individual? I don't know how that works. I know I have a connection through the earth, able to do a little bit, but is there a way that we might be able to look for them, just in case? Because if my son disappeared, I had to run from my son as well, and I fully assumed that he died. Do you know if there's a way?
I know that there's magic that can. What's the word? Scry? You can scry on people?
Like a far sight.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know how to do that, though.
Perhaps we can find someone. I would be willing to help in any way I can. If there's a possibility that your little one is still alive, we have to find them, or at least know for sure. That takes power out of this fucker's hands. If you have answers, then you know what you're dealing with.
Hey, Shikari, does anyone at that library know how to cast a spell like that?
Oh, yes. Librarians have a wide array of talents. I'm sure we could find someone who can help.
Libraries, you go for answers, right?
It's where we want to go for answers anyway.
I think that we need to go find some answers, Bantu.
Yeah.
At least definitive answers. One way or another, we need to know for sure. Because if your little one's out there, I'm going to charge right there, shield to shield with you.
Well, there's one thing I've learned in this world is not to hope too much, but you can carry it with you. Fuck.
Well, Io, I think these pasties have
What the fuck you put in these pies, Io?
Yeah, they've done magic. Look at all this bonding and healing and uncovering truths. I love it.
It's like Canterbury peppers or something in there.
Just normal ingredients. I think maybe you just needed to talk.
Well,
Conversation is the best ingredient over dinner.
It is still a very good pie.
It's very good pie.
It is very good.
Io, you remind me of a character in this book called Like Water for Chocolate, but I'd lend it to you, but I feel like it would be a bit too much for your delicate sensibilities. I don't want to make you blush overmuch.
Ooh.
I appreciate that, Shikari, but I did have a wife and a child at one point.
Oh, that's lovely. Good to hear. Anyway, the character in it, all of her emotions come through in her food, and I think maybe you have the same gift. I think you can imbue your personality into your dishes.
Well, I do try my best to, to make them, well, to make every meal mean something.
Eo is the best chef that I've ever known. Even before he was my chef, he used to make little small treats and everything for my family. And they are made with love and consideration, and he just spends too much time, honestly. Like he pours everything into it. I don't know where we'd be without him. And Crow's gonna put a reassuring hand on Eo's shoulder.
Thank you,
know,
mistress.
Very, very proud, Eo.
I had a dream. And
Oh,
I
you
think
also
that
had a
it did
dream.
come true. Yes, it was of a dancing fish and a dancing bird. And we had fish for breakfast, and we had a bird for dinner.
You
I
might
just,
have seen the future, Rian.
yes.
She's clairvoyant.
I think we might need to be finding another Aussie fish.
Please let us know if you have any other dreams about dancing animals, and I'll know what to make.
Why would we need an Aussie fish? Yes, of course.
Nothing. No reason at all.
Shikari goes back to writing her fanfic.
Look, I can't just give anyone an Aussie fish. There are rules to the Aussie fish.
What are the rules?
Hold on, because I actually wrote that shit down. Hold on. Intermission. I actually did write this shit down. Intercultural betrothal, Tarish, Aussie fish. Well, first of all, the only reason why I thought that Crow was interested in me and she tried to give me something that was the Aussie fish was because, in my village, if you're saved by someone, you give them an Aussie fish to show their intentions, And yes, I did save Crow at the time, but, a bit too soon. I mean, I'm not saying anything about you, Crow. I just, we barely knew each other at the time. And
No, it's okay. I understand. I shouldn't have tried to give you the fish. I'm really sorry about that. But I was just so excited, and I thought you would really appreciate it. And I didn't understand your customs, and I didn't mean to overstep at all. But going forward, I'll be more mindful of how that works.
No, it is fine. Funny story, but my brother, he would get piles of Aussie fish from all the girls in the village, At one time, he helped one girl with her shoe that had fallen off, and apparently that was a life-saving event. Yeah. So we
I don't recall you saying you had a brother. That's exciting.
Well, I mean, yes, I have a brother. I just don't know where he is right now. But I think that he's safe. I never told you what happened to him? I thought I did. A lot.
I don't recall. I'm really sorry if you did. I don't remember hearing anything about your brother. I have a sister too, so I understand the sibling connection, and you just so.
Well, I mean, there's no softer way to put this out. I loved my brother, and everyone loved him in the village, and his prophecy was that he'd lead something one day, and my mother always said that he'd lead the village in some way and everything, so he has to still be alive because he hasn't led anything yet. But
he's definitely got to be alive. There's no way. I mean, when was the last time you heard from him?
months ago when he my village was attacked by a dragon, and the last time I saw him, he was being carried off by that dragon.
What color dragon?
Red. He took.
Which direction?
Last time, remember when you were at the professor's house with that asshole? He was telling us about the last place that he saw, or whispers of it. It was the dragons up north. That is all that I know. So, I know that we're going up north, so that really aligns in with the plans, but I need to get him back and to kill that dragon that destroyed parts of my village and took my brother away along with other of the village. Sorry. I thought that I had told you before.
Why would the dragon steal your brother? Like that's so as terrible as it is. Like, where did this red dragon come from? What does he want from your brother?
I don't know why he'd want anything, but he took others, so maybe it was just a sudden thing that he took them all. I don't know why he's doing it.
Too?
No, just other people who were on the beach that day, minding their own business. I tried to stop it. I tried to follow my brother, but the dragon only looked at him, and he didn't even look at me. It was like I didn't even exist. And it's just I could have tried a little bit more. If I had just gone a little bit to the right, maybe I wouldn't have fallen. And, maybe if I had picked up a spear rather than a rusty sword, I could have done something. I'm gonna go to sleep now. It has been nice. I'm going to go to sleep.
Crow's gonna step forward and try and give Brian a hug, and it's gonna be really awkward and everything.
I'd rather.
But she's just gonna like embrace her, be like, "I'm so sorry that happened to you, and I can't imagine the fear you would have experienced in that moment. And I hope you know that you didn't do anything wrong in that moment."
That's the thing. That's the thing that always keeps me up at night. It is not. I wasn't feeling fear at the moment that I saw those golden eyes staring at him. It was the fact that he wasn't even looking at me. I was being selfish in that moment, but he didn't even care that I was there. I was invisible at that point, and I couldn't even touch the whole thing. And
What was the dragon looking at? You said your brother?
It's my brother, everyone but me. Everyone but me.
Well, I see you, Rian, if that means anything.
Oh, no, I didn't. Yeah. It is fine. Look, I've been very rude. I don't remember what the dragon looked like, so I'm going to go. I don't know. Take a walk in the forest. See if there's any streams. I just want to be alone. You know what? It is fine. Everything is great. I'm going to go take a walk. I'm very sorry. Eat very good pies. Sorry, I accidentally misread the text. Ignore what I said about eyes. But yeah, Rian's gonna go into the forest. Coincidentally, Ryan.
What's that?
What did the dragon look like? I just know I just know that it was a red dragon. Was there anything else?
I have an image. Let me see if I made a handout for him.
Tight.
Yes.
I'm sorry for putting you on the spot and just backstory dumping
golden
on everything.
This is what campfires are for.
That's what
Drama dumping. Thank you.
What a sick title.
Oh, well,
That's
what a little
thick
boy.
Look at him. He's
Oh,
tickled.
yeah. He is.
Little
Taking
three-legged
forever.
dragon if I ever saw one.
Can we stop flirting with the dragon? Can we stop flirting about the dragon who supposedly took my brother? No. But yeah.
You think that's a descendant of Atriox?
Excuse me. Who? Who are you talking about? Who?
I'm sorry that we're taking the dragon side because it looks cool.
Don't remember all of Atriox's titles anymore.
You know who does remember all of Atriox's titles?
Rachel would never forget him.
No, I never would because I wrote it on a sticky note. Let me actually look if I still have that sticky note. That's why I
Keeper of
never say his
Portals,
name.
Masters of Ways,
Opener of doors.
Opener of Doors.
Yeah, definitely.
So on and so forth, etc.
Yeah,
etc.
no. I got
Drinker of
2 of them.
beers.
I'm pretty proud of myself for remembering 2 of them.
Purger
Oh,
of
Herald of
Mindflayer
Worms.
Worms.
Herald of Worms.
Herald of the Great Worm.
That's it.
Great Worm.
Well, good news. Oh my God! Herald of the Great Worm, the Keeper of Portals, the Opener of Ways, and the Lord of Dragons. I found the sticky note. Oh,
Hell yeah.
it was made on 9/11.
Never forget.
Thanks, Atriox.
Never forget
So-
your mom's spaghetti.
Fun fact, just a little bit of aside. I was very drunk, and I gave like a little tour of the Bellagio when I was at RollerCon, and I was very drunk. I was like a Mike's Hard Lemonade, half a thing into margarita, and I don't know what I drank at the cantina, but it had alcohol in it. But apparently, I was in front of the chocolate fountain. I said, "Great respect. Always remember the Twin Towers." I don't know how I brought that. And then and then for whatever reason, I couldn't remember it. And then the next day, one of my friends texted me like a twin tower meme. I'm like, okay, that's her humor. And
Oh God, you made the DM leave.
I know.
You broke Ryan.
Rachel.
I know. I just wanted to give a little aside.
This is on the internet.
I know.
So I have a theory, and I
I'm
don't
sorry,
like.
I missed the dragon. What was the dragon for?
Dragon is Rachel's backstory.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dragon's
Oh.
Rachel's backstory.
Oh, nice. Okay.
But
Also, Twin Towers come in for whatever reason, but don't worry about it.
Yastrev had dream where there is red dragon with golden eyes, and in the eyes he sees a sun. I'm wondering if same dragon or different dragon.
Same dragon.
What if dragon is
Northern
polymorph
dragon?
son?
Big brain.
What if the true
Did
dragon
your
form was your son?
Heal her brother?
Did you fuck a dragon?
Yastrev is
Sorry.
actually just Donkey's human Sona.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
That would make sense with my descendants.
Sorry, I was so deeply offended I had to go shout the national anthem, American flag.
Wait.
Look,
Don't worry, we recovered with dragon fucking, so we're all good.
All right,
This
back
is
to you,
exactly
Dungeon
like
Master.
the banana incident in Derby.
Don't put Nana in the
So we sleep through the night and then head back into town, right, guys?
Fuck.
I am so ready.
So it's the next day, and it's the scent of cedar smoke and baking bread that reaches you before the town itself does. As Westvale sits a bit quiet under the early sun, with its rooftops glistening with the morning dew and chimney smoke beginning to curl lazily skyward. After the cold shadows of Twilight Dell, the sight feels impossibly warm, almost alive here. The children begin darting between the market stalls, and the clang of a blacksmith's hammer echoes faintly down the lane. As you cross the square, a small voice pierces the hum of town life. Grandma! As Vora's cry cuts through everything as she bursts from behind a wagon, all curls and dirt smudged cheeks, as her little boots pounding the cobblestones, and in a heartbeat, she's in Bree's arms, clinging tight enough to make her stagger backwards. With her tiny fingers twist into Bree's hair, and you can feel the tremors in her shoulders, and the held-in fear finally breaking. "You were gone too long," she whispers into Bree's neck. And a moment later, Dahlia appears, worn and tired, but smiling in that way that only those who learned a life with worry can. She hesitates a few steps away, and a look of visible relief looks to wash over her frustration.
Bree picks up Vora and waddles over to Nalia and just embraces her. "It's all right. Everything's fine. Everything's fine."
"Nights have been restless since you left," she murmurs. "But we kept the hearth burning, and I knew you'd find your way home. For a long while, the only sound is the wind on the leaves and the faint hum of the town's life moving around. The others might not well exist, but for Bree, there's a little bit of a weight with the family and the warmth here that you feel start emanating from your amulet a little bit. As somewhere that Heartwood amulet pulses a little bit rhythmically, echoing this welcome home.
Was everything all right while we were gone? No incursions by the goblins or the horde or anything like that?
It's just been so boring without you guys here. Tell me you brought some undead with you. I'm ready.
No,
I could take on like 10.
We didn't bring any undead, but I think Shikari still hasn't used her little helmet tonight. I think that you might be able to go talk to the animals.
I found a family of squirrels that are living out back.
I think they would love to talk to you. I'm going to let her go and sick her on Shikari.
Shikari already has the helmet out, and she's kind of holding it out in front of her, trying to ward off any, like, overly exuberant expressions of affection. Like, here, just take it.
Thank you, Miss Shikari. I'll bring it back. As she's already taking off, as the one by one faces begin turning and looking and noticing these weary travelers at the edge of the square, a number of the heavier eyes look to start focusing around, and you hear somewhere one of them calls out, "They're back!" As though like a peak of sunlight breaking through clouds, the town begins to just stir. Farmers, trappers, and children alike begin pouring out from homes and shop fronts, and voices begin overlapping with all sorts of questions and cheers, and the wafting of fresh-baked bread begins mingling with the metallic tang of Boar's blacksmithy and the sharp green of crushed herbs, as you hear voices calling out, like, "You did it then? The dead stopped stirring in the dell," and several priests come wandering in, clasping tight, giving out blessings. "Saints preserve you. We felt the cold lift 2 nights past. Thought it a blessing." As everyone just starts to circle and cheer and celebrate the return of a successful venturing party.
Now's your chance, Miss Crow. Why don't you go reassure the citizens of Westvale? I'll push Crow forward.
Crow's not at her desk, so...
Oh, strong
She's
silent
coming.
type. I like it.
She's
Well,
coming.
in this
Bring
moment,
her
you can hear
She's
some
right
of
here.
the
almost there.
There's more of the people talking about some of the great omens, as just a couple of days ago,
Chicken
the
fingers remnants. I apologize.
river started
EO
running
supply chicken
clearer than
fingers?
before, with ripples of greener light,
I mean,
just a couple of nights previous. As well as a merchant caravan that has arrived a couple of days ago, bringing news of unrest about the orc raiders sighted making movements far off to the west. But townsfolk began circling the party, excited and all abuzz with the return.
Shikari's gonna start like giving hugs to some of the kids she recognizes from like classes and stuff, and like asking them how it's been, and you know, it's so good to see you all, and how is it going, and have you been keeping up with your lessons?
And they are all sorts of excited to see Shikari coming back, and that's when they tell you all sorts of details about the Golden Goat, which is all the news and a buzz about town. The operation of 3 wagons that these merchants have brought, each adorned with this golden kind of yellowy goat symbol on it.
Oh, well, that's exciting. We'll have to give that a check.
You should see some of the magical items that he's got. He might even have some cooler stuff than some of your books.
Oh, well, let's not be hasty, children. I have some pretty cool books, as I'm sure you know.
That's the most librarian thing I've ever heard. The kid's like, look at our new Game Boys. And the librarians, I'll tell you what's really a Game Boy. The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn.
The delights of the comma after the direct address and how it can completely change the meaning of a sentence. Game Boy, get it? Let's do a lesson right now on grammar.
Oh.
You're a really good librarian.
Chess. Here, read this.
I think you missed your calling. I'm just saying it.
It was definitely it was on the table.
It's never too late.
It's never too late for now. Oh. Okay. Yes, we did go on some adventures and kill some things, and we're excited to see everything. If we could talk with the Watch Commander and everyone else, we'll give them an update on what we've done, and yeah, that sounds lovely. Anyone with any questions, feel free to ask, but celebration is in order, I think, indeed.
Are we safe?
You are safe today. You were safe yesterday. You were less safe the day before. So yes.
Like there's slow but a building of applause that starts to get louder and more voluminous as they start to clear a path for you guys to make your way through. And there's all sorts of pats on the back and shoulders and touchings of the arm as you guys are walking by.
I'll slap on the ass here and there. Yeah.
You know how it goes. You know how it
Brienne,
goes.
stop that.
Who touched my butt?
I'm sorry. That was me, guys.
I know better than let you stand behind me.
It was always open.
That sounds nice. I could use some family time.
Bantu, you're very welcome. In fact, everyone's welcome in my house if you want. I'm sure we'll have more than enough for everyone at our table.
You have a big enough table?
I can move a bed, a nightstand, an end table, and we have a countertop. I think there's more than enough room for everyone.
So, this is the dinner before we head out to get Mordecai?
Well, we need to get supplies. I guess it depends how long it takes to get supplies and make repairs.
Do we even know where we're going?
Well,
We're going to.
Oh,
Oh,
go
sorry.
we're
I
probably
think
going to say the same thing, so go ahead.
I pull out a
probably
map.
are. Yeah,
Point
we all
on
have
the
it
map
already.
where you'd like to go.
I think the plan was we wanted to go to the library so that we could find out more about the grave sites of the old families, the famous families, the nobles. What Malachi seems to be doing is going around and desecrating these sites and turning them into portals. We need to stop him doing that. So eventually, when we're hoping if by finding these sites, we're going to find Malachi, we can defeat and kill him. We also hope that we can find out more about potentially Bontu's family, their whereabouts, if any of them might have survived. So we want to go to the library to look up a number of things, but also to meet my badass colleagues and maybe check out a book or two, who wants a library card. They're free and the ticket to anywhere in the world in your mind. It's fantastic. And then the plan is before we can do all that, we want to make sure we've set everything right in the town, tied up our loose ends, and said our goodbyes because we don't know how long we're going to be gone. So we want to make sure we do a proper send off, and all of that. So we're spending at least a night, I would say, anywhere from a night to maybe a week. Does that sound good to everyone?
I think it depends on which I see a couple of libraries on the map here. Is there a particular one that you think would be more beneficial to us? Is there like do your libraries specialize in like undead, and then there's one about goblins, and then there's one about the art of making pastries? Burial grounds, yeah.
The way it works is basically at every tower there is a librarian with access to the ability to essentially open a doorway into the library. So when I say we need to go find a library, I basically mean we need to go find a librarian who is going to be at her assigned point, who is going to be able to let us into the library so that we can then have access to the entirety of the bastion, which is fantastic, massive. But when we get into it, we'll basically be let into sort of a central area. Each doorway opens up into the exact same entryway, and then we'd have access to the entire bastion after that. So we just need to go to the nearest tower, really, and then we'll be able to find the librarian there who can let us in. The nearest occupied tower, of course, not the ruined ones.
Oh, so that's like giving Rihanna a fish and her spatting out a bunch of knowledge about other fishes that might not be the particular fish that you have.
It's a bit more like opening a door, expecting a wardrobe, and instead finding Narnia on the other side.
Huh?
I keep my yarn in a basket behind the couch.
Narnia is a wonderland akin to a library, but not as cool because it has fewer books.
This is above my head. I'm gonna let you all figure that one out.
I think we could probably just hug the river all the way up to Scale Side. There's a tower up there, right?
That's what I have on my map. Yeah, that tower over there.
That way we don't get lost.
I mean, that works for me. I don't, Ryan. I spent a little bit of time with the the road people. Would I know if there's any? There, thank you. Yeah, the Pathfinders. Is there any inherent risk travel? Like, do we know if there's like terrible river denizens that would be worse than traveling the mountainside?
The risk of any sort of creatures that are fleeing the deeper depths of the ocean rising up out of the shoreline there.
Well, we got
always something to deal with. Otherwise, I mean, you're not going to have anything like sneaking up on you from the east, at least, or the west, anyways. Since it's a shoreline,
I vote the Riverside Tower personally.
But
we got
once you get
Rihanna, who's an
outside of the forest, it's going to be more of an open grassland out there, so you will be visible for kind of a ways.
I'm very short, and I'm okay.
Yeah,
it's gonna be three short people not above the grass line, and four people above.
I'm sorry, I zoned out. Are we heading north or south now?
North.
We're in the town. Oh wait, sorry. We're just in the town, aren't we? Or do you mean like in terms of the plan everyone's making?
Yeah, the plan.
Discussing plans and
I think we want to go north, not east. I think we want to follow.
Yeah, we should follow.
I think it's slightly. Wait, it's like exactly the same, isn't it?
Yeah, it's almost exactly
close to it.
But I think north is good for exactly what you just said. Following the undead, that's where they're going. That's probably where Malachi is going.
I do think visiting Scale Side would be good because if I remember correctly, House Orenthas resided near there, so potentially there's another burial ground to cleanse.
Oh, that might be something that we might want to map out. I'll put on the map. Do we know of any large scale battlegrounds, mass graves, and or ceremonial burial grounds in the area? That way, if we do come up against Malachi and or one of his lieutenants, that maybe we can, plan our trip either through those locations to cleanse them or around them so we don't get involved? Looking at Chikari, who has like that crazy memory of all shit going on.
I know of two of them, even though you're looking at Shikari, so I'm sorry for interjecting, but I do
Oh,
know
you're
that
so tall. I'm sorry. I should look up. What are you looking at, Crow?
Duskville is near Cinder Peak, so I think we have two in our vision that we could easily get to. It's just deciding on if we want to go to Cinder Peak or Scaleside first. But seeing as several people have already talked about scaling the river, we may as well go see Scaleside first, and then if I understand correctly, which I might not at all, did you say if you go into one librarian's tower, you can go through another one?
Basically, the tower is where the librarian will be. They will cast a spell that opens a doorway. The doorway is a portal into sort of essentially, if you want to think of it as a plane, it's a plane of existence where the bastion exists. This is the library. You can access any part of the library if you can walk through a portal created by a librarian who has the spell. The librarians are just centralized at the towers because not everyone can cast this spell. Not everyone in the order can open the portal. It allows it to be a place where the librarian can protect the opening and information, and they basically act as a safeguard. So, they can kind of say, yes, you are allowed entry. If someone is obviously coming in to steal, anything like that, the librarian would say, no, I'm not casting the portal, no matter what you do to me. It can be quite a dangerous job. But they're stationed at towers, and so that's why they're there.
So with being able to get into the library, can you exit the library from a different location or no?
You can pop out the other side. It does act as a portal. Correct me if I'm wrong. Voice in the sky. That sounds like Ryan.
Correct.
Yeah, yeah. That's the idea. Is you can pop back out wherever you want.
We can go to Scaleside, hopefully, potentially cleanse that resting area, and then go to the librarian's tower. You can talk with your friends, and then we can pop out south of Cinder Peak and have a much shorter journey to the next potential grave site that was desecrated.
I love this idea. However, I would say that there's no harm in flipping the first two steps because if we go to the library, we can ask what they've done at Scaleside. It's entirely possible they've already been there, done that sort of thing. However, if you want to go, there's always a chance we see Malachi there. He doesn't know. But given the proximity to the tower, Malachi knowing what he might know, I don't know how much he can pull from my mind. I would say perhaps it could be beneficial and safer if we go to the tower, the library first, make sure see what the other librarians know about what we've been experiencing and what we've seen and what we know, and see if they've already done anything at Scaleside. That way we're not walking into anything and perhaps, I don't know, something we don't know, something we're not, there's every reason to think a librarian might have already been to Scaleside.
So are you saying we go to this librarian's tower south of Cinder Peak because it is a shorter journey, and then we can teleport to Scaleside from there because it is a few days shorter of an adventure?
That's not what I was saying, but I would love to take credit for that fantastic idea.
I don't know a whole lot about magic. Do you have the ability to contact people from these different librarian establishments before we decide to spend multiple weeks of travel to make sure we're going to the right location? Otherwise, we're spending a month away from my family, and I want to make sure that we're going to the right place.
Well, it's absolutely possible that I can send a message to Papa Eric, talk to him about what he knows. He can talk to me back. But I think Crow is right in that we need to go anyway. If we're going to go to the library first to find answers, we can do that, pop out and actually save ourselves time.
by then taking the library essentially and taking the back door to Scaleside, popping out there if we need to, or potentially saving ourselves that trip entirely if the librarians tell us Scaleside is a no-go, it's, cordoned off, it's safe, it's been all of this and that, and we don't need to spend time there, then we don't need to go there. We can bypass that and go straight to our next destination. It could be quicker, actually, if we do this plan.
Is there a way you can send a message to a fellow librarian in the librarian's tower to make sure they're present there before because in Bree's point, if we go to Scaleside, we can see it for ourselves. We can get there. We can get to that librarian's tower, and there's 2 things to do there. Or we go to this librarian's tower south of Cinder Peak, and if there's no librarian there at that moment, then we have to trek either way.
Oh, I see what you're saying. It's in case something happens. Even if I were to message, for example, Papa Eric today, it could happen. Librarian A is killed in a cliffside accident or something, and we get there, they're dead. They cannot open the door. And then we're not only out a portal, but now then we have to travel the entire distance all the way from that tower to this tower, and we've lost all that time. But if we go here, we at the very least know if this librarian has been killed in a freak accident or by Malachi or by a cliffside, that we at the very least can see Scaleside and get that crossed off the list. That's what you're saying.
Exactly, yes.
I would say if that's your concern, it doesn't really matter whether I can get a message to anyone within the library, because day by day over the course of our journey, something could happen to the librarian at the tower.
That's fair.
That could always
100%.
be a possibility. And it
I
wouldn't
guess
matter whether we're a week
what I'm
into the
referring to
journey
is
or...
if we leave West Vale, according to the map, we have to head north for about 2 days, and then we have to head directly east for approximately 5 days or more. But if we head directly north, we could probably do the whole thing in about 7 days, because we don't have to attend with the mountainside that we're nestled in at the moment. So there is inherent danger at Scaleside, but there's safety at Librarian's Tower in the mountains to the east. But it'll take longer to get there.
I didn't even think about the mountains, honestly.
I would say in that case, if we're really concerned about there not being librarian at all, we just go to library. We go here. We go north. That's where we want to go anyway. We know Malachi is going north. We just keep going north. Go straight to this tower. Go to the library. Ask the questions we need to ask. Go to Scaleside if we need to, or go to where our next destination is.
Does your little library card allow you to have access to this magical portal that teleports you all over the place?
I cannot open it yet. I'm studying really hard. Thank you so much for drawing attention to this.
Can I help with that? Do you need like a bookmark or something?
I need to be at a spell level where the DM says I'm allowed to have access to a certain spell.
So you need some more real world practical experience.
I need more
we'll
real
find
world
that
experience. I'm a new librarian. Low-level librarians can't open the portal because...
Oh, is that how that works? Normally I just go in and hit things, but
would a single level up get you there?
A clearance level.
The problem is that it's quite dangerous being a librarian. We're expected to sort of do our pilgrimage right after we take our oaths, and a lot of us, it's sad to say, that it's dangerous. And sometimes, it's just safer to have the power to essentially open all knowledge only given to those who are not only able to protect themselves definitively and proven, but are also so devoted to the cause and have spent so much of their time living by the oath that they're willing to die for it if they need to keep somebody out of the library. It's quite a serious thing, actually. Being able to open the door and let people into the library, it's considered quite a gift in my order. It's not something that you just are able to do as soon as you take your oath. It's something we all take very seriously.
if I might say, considering what you just brought up to the group here, your access to your knowledge base is based on the protection and the level of experience that you have. And we just killed a bunch of goblins that are headed directly towards Scaleside. I think it might be in our best case to protect the library that is directly to the north, that is in the most imminent danger.
That's an excellent point, actually.
I don't want you to lose your library card, because that would be very bad. And I want you to have access to this magnificent thing of knowledge. I think I personally, Scaleside is my vote, not Mountainside.
Like, there's been several Scaleside votes, so yeah, I agree. I think we head that way. We can see 2 birds, 1 stone, and we can get to the library's tower and go to the eastern one as well. We can hit both of them as long as the librarian's alive. And if not, we'll just figure out how to get Shikari her card to surpass the portals, and she can become her own librarian.
So, what is everyone kind of, I think that's the plan. We're going to go to this librarian's tower, we're going to go into the library, do our research, and then maybe Scaleside, if not Scaleside, next destination. Agreed?
Zug zug.
Agreed.
Do we have an idea of what we're doing after that? I know there's a lot of possibilities.
We will see.
Well,
we're hoping we'll get some answers in the library that might point us into the direction we need to be going in, target our research from just all graveyards where nobles are buried to this is the one you definitely want to go to. So
I completely agree.
Are you worried about your family, Bree?
I am, Crow. If we are planning to be more than a week out, which it looks like any tower that we go to is going to be a week out, I don't want to be 2 weeks away from my girls. So
do you think it would be better for them to stay here for now, because we know that Wintervale is completely secure?
I'll have to talk to them and see how Nalia feels about being alone for 2 weeks to a month.
I mean, I don't leave them here, and I don't want you to feel forced to leave them. But this way, if they, I don't want to drag them into something unknown either. They're very capable women, absolutely. But Shikari, don't you have a way you can speak to your librarian friend? Is there a way to send a message to Bree's family if we decide to? Maybe they could take a journey to the librarian's tower, or Bree, do you even want them to travel alone to there? And we could meet up before we head to Cinder Peak. I don't know. I don't want your family to be stuck on the road, because really going into Scaleside, we really don't know what we're going into. Has anyone ever been to Scaleside?
I haven't traveled much further than Twilight Dale, to be honest.
Can I do a history check? I mean, I honestly don't even know on this map where my family's from, and I'm really sorry, DM, for that.
Well, let's hold on a moment. Bree, if we travel to a tower, we go in, going to do our research, we might need to go to multiple destinations after that. There's no expectation that we'll be back even in a month or 2. This is not a journey that we can. What I'm asking is, do you want your family to essentially join the party? Because we don't know how long it's going to take for us to find what we need to find. We might be waylaid by other difficulties or issues along the way, and so realistically, like, we're not just going to be traveling for a week to a tower. It's going to be perhaps several weeks of work after that to deal with Malachi, but also whatever else might be happening. And look at Bontu, he's got his own questions, and there's apparently a dragon. We could be gone for quite some time. What I would ask is there not a way for you to keep in touch with your family yourself while you're gone? Would you not be all right with being gone for an extended period of time? And perhaps we come back, but it's more, we don't know exactly when that day is going to be. Or do you want them to join the party? That's essentially what's going to happen. We don't know what's going to happen next.
I don't have any way of getting a message to them at all.
Well, there's magic here with magical items, and we have gold, and I know everyone in the party would support you in finding something, some item, some way for you to FaceTime your family and make sure that you stay in touch.
You know Vora. She can't be without me that long. But if I feel that it is too dangerous to bring them along, I will not. So if you feel like we're going too far into a dangerous situation, I will trust your judgment on that.
Oh, I don't know, and it wouldn't be for me to judge based on your family. I'm asking you realistically. I'm just pointing out facts. I'm asking you to consider the facts, which is we can't promise.
Personally, you know, I think it's safer to leave them here.
We can't promise safety.
I know they're safe in Wintervale.
And we can't promise how long we're going to be gone. That's all.
But that way we know that they're safe here. We've got this place, you know, they've got walls, they've got protection, they've got guards. I know that they don't want to be without you, Bree. No one wants to be without you. I couldn't possibly be without you for more than 2 weeks. But I do think it'd be safer for them to stay until we get a better read on it. And then we can send for them. We will find a way. There's horses, there's shikari, there's librarians. There's magic in the world. You know, we could find a way to get them, but going into Scaleside, not knowing what we're going in for, I don't feel comfortable trying to drag your entire family with us. I'm happy to if that's what you decide, but personally, I wouldn't.
And actually, I've just had an idea. I do have the acorn helmet your granddaughter is so fond of. I can always tell a raven, attach a message to it from you to your family and say, go to Westvale and find these people, and they'll find your family and deliver messages. I can't say that they can get the messages returned, but you can tell them, this is where we are, this is what we're doing. You can keep in touch with them. And then perhaps there's some sort of way we can find maybe something in the market or some sort of spell or an item that acts as an alarm for them. So there's something going wrong. If something's going wrong, they can trigger it, and then you'll know, and you'll be able to rush back from wherever you are. Even if you are weeks and weeks away, you'll know that you need to come home. And I mean, those are some options. They're not ideal.
That you can use to communicate between people.
Okay, that's a lot. That's a whole
That's a lot.
lot my way. That's a lot. That's a lot. Chikari, Crow, I sincerely appreciate everything. Let me talk to Vora and Nale and see what they want to do. If they want to go out and risk themselves, then I'm not going to hold them to being here or being there or whatever the choice is.
Absolutely, I support whatever they decide. I just want you to know there are options. I mean, support you whatever ends up happening. I'm just also afraid of the imminent danger we're potentially walking in on, because
I do not want.
Days, it was not
I completely agree. I do not want to bring them into any potential danger. That's why I want to know roughly about what we're doing. It's gonna be all right. I just need to talk to them for the evening, and I'm sure it's gonna be fine. I think the plan of going to the Scaleside Tower and handling business there, doing the whole library thing and cleansing of whatever catacombs or undead that's there, that'll happen. I just want to make sure that they're safe and that they're all right, And if I feel that Nalia has a handle on the situation, that's enough for me. So I'm confident in all of your abilities. I'm confident in what they can do. I think everything's going to be just fine. I'm going to be okay. We're going to be okay. My family's going to be all right. So,
and if it helps, I haven't seen my family in about 6 months. And it is really
help.
hard to do.
It doesn't help
But
at
I know
all,
you're
so.
much closer with your family. But just I'm still out here surviving, and I hope surviving on the vineyard and
If I'm going to be honest,
thriving.
Crow, they don't have an EO at home. Someone that's bound to protect them. I am supposed to be their protector. I'm their EO. So
well, Bree, I do want to point out that I mean, going back to the pasty lunch, dinner, whatever that was, the lovely meal we all shared, where we built bonds and we all shared traumas and stories and vowed essentially to protect one another. When your family joins us, we're taking that same vow for them. We vow to protect them too, but you have to know the risk that puts us in as well. I understand that you want to make this your decision and your family's decision, but it affects all of us. I want you to, and I know you'll consider that, because I know that you don't take
And
it lightly.
we will protect them if they come with us. I hope you know that it's not a burden. It's not anything like that. We just want to
Let's not be hasty, Crow. Just because we're glad we would do it without question does not mean it's not a burden. If one of us has to step in front of one of your family members to
girls
save
are
them, we will.
definitely a burden. I understand that.
Exactly. If one of us has to step in front of an imminent threat in order to save one of them, we will, and sacrifice our lives for them. You need to ask, is it worth it to put us in risk when they could just stay here where they're safe?
I completely agree, and that's not my intentions at all. I'm not going to march them directly into an undead horde. I just want to make sure that I'm not too far from them for too long. That's all. But if we feel like it's a handleable, we can handle the situation, then I have no problem leaving them here in Westvale. I'm going to have a stern word with Boar, and I'm going to make sure that he keeps his end of the bargain up. And other than that, there's really not much else I can do. I can't protect everybody all the time when we're out on the road, let alone whether we're here in Westvale or in a castle somewhere up in the mountains. I can only do so much. So I understand all sides. Let me make sure that they're good. And if they're okay with me going out for gods know how many weeks, that's all right. I just want to make
and
sure
Bree,
that we're all on the same page.
You tell them that I will do everything I can to protect you. I know that I haven't really had a solid conversation with them, and you might not know it.
Would you like to come over for dinner tonight, Crow, and tell them yourself?
I would happily do that, but I just hope you know that I did save your daughter from the spider bugbears, and I got you out of danger, and I've also fireballed you. But we can leave that part out of it. But I did try to save you and your family multiple times from the bugbears as often as I could, and I was able to get them out of danger quite a few times. So I hope that they can put their trust in us to know that we will do our best to protect you. So when you're on this journey, they don't have to worry about you, and they can feel safe in the Vale. That Shikari has set up training and supports, and this town does seem to be the most secure place in this unknown world that we're walking into. But I would be happy to have dinner with them tonight.
You know what? As far as I'm concerned, this conversation is done and handled. I know that you all are going to do everything that you can do. I just want to make sure that they're going to be okay for the next little bit. And if we're going to take a little bit, that's okay. So you all figure out the rest of the plan.
This magic man that everyone wanted to go talk to in the chat.
Yeah. Oh, no. Go talk to the magic man. I'm going to go spend time with my family. I'm going to make some dinner. And if you all want something, something other than the gruel that they serve over at the tavern, then you can come over to my house. That's totally fine. Everyone's welcome. We have a seat for everyone. But
I will drag EO with me. I know he won't be super fond of not feeding me, but I think for when
he is going to sit his butt down on the couch and he is going to get served, and he's going to have 3 servings of everything, and he's going to have 5 different courses, and he's going to have coffee at the end. I don't care.
I can already see how flustered he's going to be. This is going to be incredibly awesome. I'm very excited.
Chikari has seen Bree's couch. It's big enough for giants, so he's going to be swimming. It's like a fucking king-size bed in there.
It's going to be so small.
That's awesome.
So Bree's going to go back to her family and go have a dinner, and I'm going to go put my family to bed. IRL. So
for the rest of the party, you don't get too terribly far before you see all the hustle and bustle about these Golden Goat Trading Company wagons, operated by a rotund halfling by the name of Tallow Bristlebuck, his surely half-orc bodyguard, Jarn, and you can make out these 3 brightly painted wagons drawn by mismatched draft mules. And as you guys begin to approach, Tallow is shouting over the clatter of moving wagon wheels, "Step right up, travelers! Finest goods this side of the Ember Road, from dwarven nails to bottled fairy tales. Honest deals and no curses attached. Step right up. We've got everything you could possibly need. Monster parts for trade? Seekers of old imperial coins, inquire within. Folk relics, perhaps? Lock chests a problem? We have lockpicks for sale." As he just begins rambling out and effectively inventorying his wares, there's a number of items that they've got.
Shikari's gonna walk up. Hello, good sir. Do you have anything in the variety of something that would make use for a librarian? Maybe something to write with, or anything along those lines?
Something like a scroll of mending to repair small tears, broken objects, or cracked glass, perhaps.
A scroll of mending, you say?
Oh my god, a health potion.
Tiny jar of eternal ink. It'll never run dry. Favored by scholars here, far and wide.
Eternal ink? Oh my god! How much?
It is one of our pricier items, I'm afraid. It does run a bit steeper at 25 gold pieces.
How about a price for a town hero?
Town hero, what's this now? We've only just rolled in and have yet to hear these stories of heroes.
Well, I'll have you know that it's very likely that without myself and my great band of friends, there would be no town for you to roll into and make any sales.
Well, how much are you and your lot of heroes looking to spend? Perhaps we can negotiate some sort of a group discount?
Well, that depends on what my companions might want. Perhaps the more we might want, the greater the discount.
What say ye, friends? I heard one of you salivating over our healing potion.
The party accountant says you have 500 gold you can spend in total.
EO is everything. Don't forget it. What's happening? It's so dark.
We could probably get some rations for the trip.
My friend, perhaps a potion of starlit vision is what you're seeking.
I could see just fine in the dark.
Your friend that was inquiring about lighting dark spaces.
Oh.
It grants dark vision for up to 60 feet and a +2 to perception for 1 hour.
Ignore the background sound.
Runs for 120 gold pieces.
That's a lot. Also,
No
would I not
worries.
See it on this list.
It is one of our special stock items within our hidden chests.
Hidden chests. Okay, there could be a boat in there.
Sold.
Your trade routes. We're looking to travel.
That's an interesting question these days. So I'm afraid new trade routes are still being mapped out. Are you all residents of Westvale? Perhaps our next circulation, I could sell you some of our copies of our route.
Well, have you stopped by coastal village Evan recently?
Evan, which direction is that from here?
That's a great question, Ryan.
Which direction did you come from?
It's west from here.
I'm afraid we have not. We are coming from the south. We traversed a number of great mountains.
So you haven't. Okay, well, you haven't run across Evan. Have you heard? Sorry, everyone. I'm taking the auction out of this. Have you heard anything about a dragon?
Dragon sounds frightening.
All right, well, Rian will give him a copper piece and walk away. Oh, no, continue to...
Again, I hate to keep offering up some of our pricier items, but there is a ring of the Ember Road that could grant fire resistance for 1 minute per day at a time.
Ooh.
For 400 gold pieces.
Oh my god. So poor.
It would certainly be useful against a dragon, for sure. One would certainly think.
How about an investment in another company?
I understand.
No, I mean like you investing in companies. We ourselves.
Go on.
We are representatives of the Boring Company. It's an adventure/travelers unit.
I'm unfamiliar with this Boring Company.
We are very new. We recently just took care of the goblin army led by Greasefoot Godrod.
I am familiar with the Godrod.
Well, you shouldn't be anymore. He is gone.
Most marvelous. Perhaps it's why we had a little less trouble through the mountains this time round. Perhaps a discount is indeed in store for a number of heroes of the locale. So how did you lot come to best Godrod and his horde?
We killed a lot of goblins.
Well, yes, I suppose that makes sense.
And I'm not trying to be dramatic. We killed a lot of goblins.
I don't think anyone could ever accuse you of being dramatic, Yoss. But yes, it was quite the fight.
Tell you what, perhaps these might be of greater use in your hands than my own, but if I were to part with my traveler's maps of the fading paths, for 300 gold I might be convinced to part with it. I've been told by the one that I purchased it from that from this tattered map it redraws itself to show safest routes within 10 miles to avoid monster territories or magical corruption zones. I'm afraid it's as yet untested, I'm afraid, as we've yet to get a good amount of use of it ourselves. I would hate to sell you a faulty product, but I can't personally speak to the accuracy of its magics or how far out they might work. Like it could be some sort of a specifics about avoiding monster territories, but humanoids could sneak right up on you. As I said, upon our next circulation through here, I will know more about this artifact myself, and I will have more details for you. But it's a bit untested as yet. It's one of our newer items.
How long will you be in town?
Well, at least a couple of days. We're restocking feed for the horses and supplies for ourselves.
What direction are you heading afterwards?
You said that town you're from is just to the west of here. Perhaps we'll make our way westward.
Yes, well, be careful when you get into there and pay the oldest person at the market square. That's the best advice I can say to you if you do happen upon the Avon village. Of Avon.
Would you mind marking it on our map for us?
Yes, of course.
Much obliged.
I would also potentially speak to the professor. He might be able to give you some more tips on how to trade with my people. We are very finicky.
Which one of you's the professor?
Oh no, he's to the east of Westvale.
Oh.
He would give you more information, but yes. He might also be inclined to buy some of your more expensive items.
Understood. Thank you for the tip. Much appreciated.
And Rian's going to mark her village on a map.
And what sort of artifacts is it you'll find yourself seeking out?
Me?
Yes, indeed. You're doing me a solid. Least I can do is see if I have anything that I can offer you in return.
I just want to be able to kill a dragon. That is really all, and to make sure my friends don't die. So really, and also some information on said dragon. But the health potion will do.
That dragon's not back to the west of here, is it?
No, last time I heard it's to the north.
Right. So west it is.
Hey, I don't suppose you deal in trade, do you?
Well, depending on what you have to offer, we have been known to trade in monster parts or collector's coins.
We did find this.
And he pulls out the +1 short sword.
It's a magical blade, and I believe it's very, very old.
Ooh.
Would you trade it for that fire resistance ring?
Would you trade it for a Scooby Snack?
Run me a persuasion check. Is that the only artifact that you have need of?
Don't we have gems?
We also have 80 gold pieces of Everston coins.
He mentioned something about trading in ancient coins. So they might be worth more than actual 80 pieces.
I'd say one coin is worth 100 pieces, but that's just my own personal opinion.
Perhaps it can be factored in. I understand 400 gold is a bit steep for most, but with word of a dragon out and about, it's no doubt going to drive that price upwards. I can reduce the price on the ring, but along with the spice tins and the small hand mirror and the charm of feather fall, and the health potion.
Those are separate.
Oh, this is separate. Oh, sorry. I thought you were all together.
Well, yes and no.
Suppose, who am I helping first?
Just answer would you trade this sword for that ring?
Straight up, no. But I'm willing to discount the ring if you're willing to trade the sword with some additional coin.
How much on the top?
What does the sword do?
It's a magic sword.
It cuts things.
Okay,
You
if it's a
stab him
magic
with
sword,
the end.
I could give you 150 gold for it.
200.
180.
I might as well keep it.
Very well then.
Sorry, Rian. I tried.
No, no.
Very
it-
attached to his inventory for some reason.
Would you potentially dampen it if I sweeten the deal with some fish hooks?
I mean, perhaps he'd be, just based on our conversation earlier, I think he'd be willing to negotiate depending on how much we're willing to buy. And considering some of us all want a little bit of something, it could make sense for us to buy as a group. But also.
Well, hold on.
And she's gonna kind of as an aside to Bontu and under her breath say, Bontu, if you want to talk down the price, you need to be a little nicer. You'll catch
Are we
You'll catch
talking
more by
master-crafted lures for the fishermen of the isle that you're sending me towards?
What?
Or just ordinary fishing hooks?
Oh no, they're master. I made them myself. I mean, not to toot my own horn, but this is some pretty good master work.
Master
Fisher.
craftsmanship, if I would add in there myself. So not
I'm
only
sure
the
you
fish
would.
hooks, master craftsmanship, but also the sword that you're not super inclined to give more for. I don't think you quite understand the background of the value from it. It actually is quite ancient, and if you would look at this hilt here, you'd be able to see the intricate details that are carved into it, dating it back to a number in history, and I would like to do some sort of check to see a persuasion check, maybe perhaps to see if we can get him to move that number a little bit more.
Feel free to roll me a persuasion or deception check. And Rienne, assisting, can give you advantage, or she can make a roll of her own.
I think I should assist with this one with my -3, with my 5 charisma. I think that's the safest one.
21 with advantage. That's not bad. That's not bad. But we'll see. But we'll take it.
All right. I mean, perhaps there's a deal there to be made. Yes, perhaps it's much more along the lines of trade than straight-out coin to be discussed. What other sorts of artifacts of interest have you? Perhaps less along the lines of weapons, if I'm being honest. I have greater need for oddities. People in my travels have all sorts of needs, but they tend to find themselves armed already.
Shikari is going to pull out a small vial of some of the water from the bottom of the well that she's going to have bottled and stoppered. And she's going to pull it out and say, well, this is holy water taken from a recently blessed site that had been desecrated by undead. Would that help move the needle on the bargaining a bit?
His eyes definitely spark up a little bit at that. I gotta look up the price of holy water now.
25 fucking gold.
Hey, she got it.
All right.
Clerics, man, ruining the economy.
I can give you 25 gold for that vial of holy water, sure.
And I'm interested in particular in the jar of eternal ink, the pipewood pouch, and the wooden horse there, the little tiny wooden horse. So if we were to say add the vial, perhaps another 25 gold onto the purchase, could we maybe negotiate the sword into the deal as a trade for the item that Bontu wants?
So the 25 gold of the holy water in exchange for the 25 gold tiny jar of eternal ink, as well as the wooden horse, and there was something else?
The pipeweed pouch, and then potentially helping with the deal that Bantu's trying to negotiate.
I see. Very well then, very well.
And obviously, I think there was something else somebody else wanted.
Simple bag contains 80 pieces of Averson gold coins.
Yeah, I'm handing that to Shikari, since she seems to be the most accomplished negotiator.
Yay.
All right, let me start tallying math here. So, plus.
I feel like Luke arguing with the Jawas.
The pebble and the traveler's
I wouldn't
coin.
argue with Jawas, Jeremy.
60 and which pebble?
Oh my god, I just remembered I played an Ewok Mandalorian Barbarian.
You fucking did.
That dude was
dude,
awesome.
I was
Little
looking
piece
at
of
my
shit.
character sheets. I want to play that game again so badly.
We'll get there. I just take it inspiration.
I want to play Mahambi, and I want Ben talking my ear off. It was so much fun.
Old Ken Benoji.
Old Ken Benoji.
I forgot Ben was just the Force Ghost.
If we're selling things, Seneca has a smoky quartz worth 65 gold.
Ooh.
She has no use for it.
But it's smoky. And
It's so pretty.
80 gold of Averson.
I need to start collecting loot. You guys are fucking rich.
I have
Right?
nothing.
I'm just like, EO.
No, this is-
Money.
A lot of this is just party loot.
I don't. What, we have party loot? That's a
Yes,
thing.
sir.
All right. So I've got the holy water being traded, the tiny jar of eternal ink, the pebble, the traveler's coin. In exchange for 80 pieces of the Averson gold coin, I can give you their worth times 1.5 per piece, if that's acceptable.
Oh,
I will give you 200 gold for the sword, and 65 gold for the gem. I believe that comes out to a remainder of 86 gold in exchange for these items, including the Ring of the Ember Road. If that's amenable.
Well, group, is that amenable? 86
Yes,
from
sir.
the party fund, I believe.
Yeah, do you take copper?
Do you take copper?
I do indeed.
Oh,
Give
Do
him
you
a
have a people's coin?
We're those people who are going to pay in pennies.
Do you have a cape of billowing?
I do not.
My guy.
There are two other merchants.
doesn't
There are
have a
two
bonus
other
action.
merchants,
Okay.
remember.
I will certainly make a note of it for my next circulation, though. Please remember the golden goat on your next trek through, if we ever run into each other again. I'll
Yes,
be
and-
certain to remember your faces.
To top off the final order, I will also be needing the charm of the Featherfall trinket, the box of spices, and that small hand mirror you have there.
I can
Hell
let that
yeah.
go for 75 gold.
So that is, you said it was 86 gold coming out of the
86 from the group, and then 75
so that's
for EO shopping.
8,600 copper pieces.
It's a lot lighter suddenly.
And then the 75 coming out of Crow's money. Okay, so EO is taking the box of spices.
Get spices.
I think we're all
Do we
in.
want to grab the witch's whistle? It just feels ominous that it's there. Like there
I
might be
know, I
bugs.
had the same thought. I was like, oh, I kind of want
I could whistle
that.
for you all day, Jeremy.
Yeah, but can your whistle drive away insects within 10 feet?
Yeah, I can.
Oh, sounds cool. Like, maybe
You
we
got
don't want to be
a
stung by bugs.
You better not. You better recognize.
Can I get that for my house? We got a lot of ants.
I'll take 2.
I mean, what are the odds we're gonna find a horde of giant spiders trying to kill us? That's never happened before, ever.
Crow has yet to see any giant spiders.
And you know what? I'd like to grab that witch's whistle.
Oh, why is that? You're not also hunting down a witch, are you? Are you?
You never know.
You never know. Are you hunting down a witch?
I don't
Are you coming to the tree?
so.
Oh, no, you don't need it. I will buy it off you.
15 gold.
I thought we had a discount.
That's right. And suddenly you seem particularly interested in this witch's whistle for some reason. Roll me one more persuasion check.
Me?
There's not a
Persuade you?
witch.
I can help with that.
Wait,
I'm still there.
persuade that there's not a witch.
I mean,
If there's a witch, it's worth
technically-
more, right?
I don't believe there's a
technically,
witch, sir.
there is a witch among you,
Considering
considering that the village dubbed Seneca as such.
No, you're just awesome.
I
Don't
haven't seen it.
consider yourself Seneca.
Very well. 11 gold?
I'll pay you 11 gold from money that I have that someone else holds on to. Because
Sorry, you did say
Yeah,
gold. Yes,
it
it's
bled
not
dry.
more copper.
oh, that's a good point. Do we have more copper to give?
All right, so that's 1,100 gold or copper going.
Hey, that lightens the load.
Yeah, but now that it's in a bag of holding, it doesn't really matter.
Doesn't
Yeah,
it?
nobody has to carry that now. Thank goodness.
Yeah,
Isn't
the
it like a
merchant
witch?
does, and it's hilarious.
I want to keep track of this because Kevin carried 6,000 pounds of silver coins. I want to make sure
Yes.
that we're doing this right.
Quietly.
Isn't there a
managing
limit?
The bag of holding.
There is.
Right now, the contents of the bag of holding are a bedroll, a box of spices, a costume, a dagger, a dragon chest set, some fine clothing, forgery kit, some leather armor, 3 pounds of oil, 16 pounds of 24 pounds of rations, 2 50-feet ropes, a tinderbox, 10 torches, and 3 water skins.
And 12
127
because we
pounds
made
of
that
stuff in the
cannon
bag.
today.
I love the idea that you're carrying like the store of rations, and Crow only really carries like a few days worth of her rations, and
That's
you give
what
them
we're
to
not
her
allowed.
and parceled
She
out.
does
as
it
gifts.
well.
Guys carry. You just carry a few days of rations. That's normal.
That's so
Contributing.
I have 3 rations. That's enough for if I get lost for a little while.
Personally, I love your rations as a spell component. That's so fun.
Oh, Yasrev will hand the witch's whistle to Lady Crow.
Oh. Thanks. You want me to have this?
It seems like it would be more useful on you. And I know you
I
like
really
fighting small creatures.
Don't like bugs.
I know. I remember the twigs. There are no more twigs now.
Okay.
The twig blights? Is that what they were?
Yeah.
Yep.
Lucas, can you make
Mostly
me a
swarm of
witch's
bugs.
whistle in D&D Beyond?
If you're nice, yeah, I suppose.
Please.
Lucas, make her a damn item now.
I'm,
Yeah, yes, boss.
Before she kills another one of your characters, quickly.
I was like, how do I add this? And I was like, Lucas knows how to make things.
Right. Send me the stat block. I'll make an item.
Lucas, you can bring your family, please.
Wait, you want to bring the grandchildren on the death adventure? We don't need to bring the grandchildren on the death adventure.
No, it's fine. They're not a burden. I already said they weren't a burden.
She's
It's
a fucking
fine.
giant. Come on, guys. She's great.
She's gonna be fine. I just also worry because if your family dies, we all suffer. It's not.
No,
gonna
if
be
his
good.
family dies, they come back because we're gonna go fight a necromancer.
I'm gonna kill you.
I don't think that's how it works.
Yeah, we can do this.
Well, since the DM is BRBing, I will take this opportunity because Crow did some shopping of her own, and she did get the charm of Featherfall. So she will go up to Rien, and she's gonna hand a single crow feather strung on a silver thread over to Rien, and say, "Well, you know, since we were in that graveyard and that golem really kind of took you up into the air, and it kind of was a little freaky for everyone. And just in case I'm not there, I would hate for you to fall." And she's gonna hand over the charm of Featherfall over to Rien.
She's gonna fall for you. That's what's gonna fall.
Oh, thank you.
no.
But I don't think of you. No.
Ouch. Ouch.
Everything's a landmine with Rien. No. Thank you. This is very nice. You know, we have been fighting a lot by a lot of cliffs lately, and you know this is really nice. Thank you.
Yeah, you know, it just really kind of freaks me out when the gargoyle kind of like had you up in the air, and you know, we were just kind of stranded up there for a second. And so I just figured this would probably be useful to you, and it's just a pretty little feather on a necklace for you to carry and be safe with.
Thank
But
you
I
so
think
much.
all the times Lucas has fallen off a cliff. Maybe this is just something everyone needs. But you only have
Amanda,
one.
that's private.
I got really stoned. I started daydreaming about taking fall damage. If you're falling, can you attack the ground right as you hit to try to negate the fall damage?
I do it every
Oh
time,
my
Jeremy.
God, that's brilliant.
One way to find
Don't
out.
think it works.
Well, because I was thinking Yalstrap has a halberd. If I could like try to like balance myself and catch myself like a dragoon, that would be cool.
All
What
I
if
can
you
say is
land
I fell
on a
into an
healing
active
potion?
volcano and I survived.
I don't have anything in return to give to you, and I'm really sorry about that. Here,
You've taught me how to
my
fish. Honestly, that has been quite exciting for me. So I was looking for a way to repay you, and I found that I saw this, and it was just screaming your name. So I told EO, please let us get that, and we had the funds for it. So think nothing more of it. You taught me how to fish. This is quite an equal exchange.
Well, thanks. I'll remember you when I'm not hurtling towards my death.
That's all I hope for.
Wow, that 5 fucking charisma is really helping this situation. Rianne's going to put on the charm of Featherfall. Is there a? It's probably on TNT Beyond, right?
Yes.
You might have to ask Lucas to make you a thing too.
Oh my God.
We're giving her the ring too, right?
I don't know. I just gave her a necklace, guys. The
Well,
rest is on you.
Bond 2 hands you the ring of Everfire Flames.
Is that Is that a
the
proclamation of
the
marriage?
ring of through the fire and the flames.
Hey, are you marrying Rhea?
Oh, you can make it through everything. Oh, Crow and Bantu? What?
No.
Oh,
Bantu's giving that to Rian so she can slay
I'm
a
stirring
dragon.
the
Oh my god, Rian can't take fall damage. Rian can't take fire damage. Rian is set to kill a dragon right now. We're just like
Fuck
all
yeah.
getting her out to kill the dragon.
Icarus wishes he was Rihanna.
Bantu hands it to her and says, "Go kill a fucking dragon."
Oh, and we've been working on alley oop. Oh my god, it's all coming together.
We
thank you, Bantu. This. Thank you. This doesn't mean anything, does it?
This was just a shopping spree.
It's not a fish.
Look, it makes,
not a
it
fish.
makes
right.
it so the dragon's fire won't hurt you as much. That's all.
Right, I remember this. Thank you, Bantu. And she will hug Bantu. Oh,
I
wait.
forget. Sorry. What's the command on Roll20 to whisper the GM? What's the slash command?
/W space GM.
Slash W.
W. Thank you.
That's not ominous.
What?
I mean, it could be worse. You could accidentally,
No.
yeah.
I'm trying to make magic items and I'm trying to talk to Ryan and I can't fucking type.
Just turned me into. Yeah, and you know what? After she hugs Bantu, she realizes she didn't hug Crow, so she will hug Crow next. And then she'll feel awkward.
Hope it's prolonged.
Yeah, it is, because she feels bad that she hugged Bantu and not you, so she'll hug like 3 seconds longer. 3 seconds longer is a bit long. 2 seconds longer.
You know what? I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Why?
Is Rhea
Do
Why?
it.
hard?
It's
Do it.
wrestling time.
Oh my
Suplex
God.
you.
No! That's a 10. That's
You're
a
not
10.
And anywhere. Your speed is 0.
You
Wait, what?
Bree is rooting you in place.
You have
while
bonuses you can
while
add.
you hold Crow. By the way.
How do I have a bonus? What do I add for a bonus? Wait a minute, I can re-roll this shit. I'm a fucking warrior, right?
Human.
Well,
She will
Right.
break free of this affection.
Oh my God.
Accepts the awkward hug.
I'm gonna make it comfortable because I'm making the magic happen. You
We
guys
stand there awkwardly.
Yeah, that should be the name of this episode. Is Lucas makes the magic happen.
maybe I'll make the magic happen.
That's
You know what,
what
I'm
just should be called. We'll make you hug.
You can't run away.
You know what? I'm just going to sit
now.
here and take this suplex. Whatever happens, happens. But it's like, oh, that is nice. That is really nice, Brie. Can you? Okay.
Totally normal.
Pat.
And with that, Pat, I think we'll call it a session.
The pat that ends the session.
Wait.
Oh.
Who was hugging me?
Crow.
Was it? It was Crow. I thought
No.
Brie was hugging me. Oh my God!
Bree,
Never mind.
Bree is grappling your feet so you can't move.
I'm giggling my ass off while the two of you two you're holding each other.
Oh yes. Oh, that's great.
Oh yeah, I've been waiting for a long time for this to happen.
I didn't see it. I'm sorry. I've just been. I'm preparing
No,
a lesson
another
for
sh-
tomorrow. Yeah.
It's fine.
There we go. There we fucking go.
I
Yeah,
think
it's
I
happening.
have the witch's. Ryan, does the witch's whistle need an activation thing, or is it just when you have it, you drive insects?
Interacting with the object.
Okay.
Interact with these objects. Oh, sorry.
Heyo.
I was aggressive and I didn't mean that. I meant it a little.
That's it. We're calling it a night. I'm
Oh,
You ruined
man.
it, Jeremy.
Wait, Ryan, I have a question that you were BRBing, and I brought up a theory to everybody. Just like there have been 2 red dragons introduced in this campaign. Are they separate dragons? Like, if I ask for the art of the dragon from my dream, are you going to show me the same art that you showed Rachel for Vermilion?
One way to find out.
I got to open back up roll
Find
20.
out in RP.
We gotta just have to go encounter the dragon, I guess.
I got to go meet a dragon. Good night, everybody.
Night.
I can't sleep.